I hate Shulk and I hate Little Mac, and I've hated them since Smash 4. I just don't like dying early for no reason. Little Mac is just like, whoo, I got KO punch and I pressed B.
The crowd goes wild. If we're watching a tournament together and like Luigi gets a grab at 0 and does a 0 to death, not one of us are gonna even emote.
Super hype situation, the crowd's super into it. As soon as I see the grab, I'm walking away.
Yeah, like,
and I've done that. I've literally like, it's super tense. I'm cheering for everyone. Yo, let's.
I remember seeing so many Cloud players like doing like those like forward airs when they're like, or aggressively recovering, and I'm like, Nair will get there faster. Yeah. Get away from me, please. Big circle. Charles, what matchups do you hate the most, man?
Oof, there's so many. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Let me look at the roster real quick. Ultimate. Actually, no, I can go Ultimate Frame Data. It has a whole roster. Okay, let's see here. Choose another character. So, okay, so Joker is starting to piss me off. That's one thing, like, as of late, that's like, I'm just like, it's almost like disbelief. Like, how many times I get anti-aired by back air, like, how this character...
The neutral up air, down air, back air, forward air move.
Like, it's just, Joker is just starting to slowly like get to me, because it's like, this character is smaller than my character, this character weighs more than my character, this character combos harder than my character, this character edge guards harder than my character, this character like doesn't really get juggled. So it's like, oh, okay, like I can't really edge guard, it's really hard, like let me try to like vertically pressure him. Oh wait, like can't really do that, or I have to be like, I literally have to outplay you 80 to 20 and like totally completely shit on you, and I still might not kill you. Like, all it's joke, and then and then it's just like, getting rewarded for losing has got to be like just the dumbest shit. Like, that shit pisses me off. Like, I get, there's rage, like there's, there's whatever, but Arsene is so crazy to me. And I don't know, like, I think I really, really dislike the fact that how, like, okay, so what they did to nerf Arsene, I get it. It kind of makes sense, right? So it's like, okay, he loses meter quicker in general, and then like when he gets hit in general, right? But like, I feel like how Arsene meter should work is, unless you're like hitting, like if you're hitting non-projectile moves, like if you're offensively pressuring, like hitting a shield or something, then your meter should like decrease less. Like, I think it's fucking bullshit that Arsene can literally like camp me out, and like he's like he's playing accordingly to the nerfs, because it's like, okay, well, oh, I lose more meter when I get hit. How about I don't get fucking hit? You know what I mean? And then like, let me space you out and like completely outrange you with bear and anti-air you and land with the move. Like, this move's like,
I know
my hand. It's like, I'm anti-airing here, I'm fucking landing over here, like I have this big vertical space. Joker is really starting to piss me off.
You
like,
forgot a couple things that he does better than your character. He's faster, he's more mobile, he's more evasive. So sorry, I was just
dude, it's like
hashtag not my character.
It's like, it's just crazy to me. Like, I understand there's counterplay, but I like this past like 3 months, before that I would always just be like, I view consistency like so well, and like even when we're talking about matchups and stuff, it's like pretty similar thought process to like tier list, right? Because you're like looking at consistencies and shit like that, right? But it's like, I used to just think Pikachu is clear cut the best, not a humongous gap, but now I'm starting to think that like Joker is definitely better than Pikachu. I think Joker is like the best character in the game, and I actually think there's a pretty decent gap. Like, there's not like a humongous gap like Smash 4 Bayo kind of deal, but like the gap's pretty decent. Like, in my opinion, the second best character is Pikachu, and like even then the gap's pretty big because Pikachu has like Joker 1 is like almost as small as Pikachu when he's dashing. For one, let's just like get that straight. Like Pikachu can like stand there and still be shorter and stuff, but like usually you're dashing or doing some sort of thing, right? So it's like he's like almost as small as Pikachu or as small as Pikachu in like most of his movement situations, and then on top of that he's got the weight. Like Joker can fuck up way more times than Pikachu can. Pikachu, like you're kind of like that Inkling not you're not like Inkling, but you're in a sense where you have all these broken tools, but like you cannot really fuck up that much because you're very very light. You know what I mean? Like there, you have all the tools to like not get hit or to like win neutral consistently, or like in Pikachu's case, like you should always be able to get out of disadvantage because you have quick attack, right? But like once you fuck up, you can just die at 70 or some dumb shit, right? And Pikachu can, Pikachu has the options of like dash attack and grab to kill you like hyper late game, but from 140 to like 180 when you're getting the kills with those options, like you're playing a very dangerous game of like you have every tool to not get hit, but like sometimes you just get fucking hit, right? Like Joker, I feel like Joker doesn't have to go through that like phase that like Inkling and Pikachu have to go through of like, oh shit, I got them at like 130 and then I got to get them to like 170 for like that easy solid kill or whatever. Like that Joker doesn't have to play in that range cuz like he's killing you as base Joker like no Arsene at like 140 at least, you know what I mean? Like like for the or at worst case like 150 160 with rage off of like a down throw or a back throw. So it's like he has so many crazy outs, and it's just like the overall like consistency of that character blows my fucking mind. And like how many times you can like mess up and just really like win neutral once or twice and just like totally shit on your opponent, it blows my mind. But yeah, it's like I don't know, like it's so hard for me to like envision Joker like losing a matchup hard. I understand like he probably struggles with some, but you have so many options. Like that character's matchup spread is insane.
I feel like we've had this conversation, but I feel like now you've finally like seen it for yourself and you've like accepted it for yourself.
Like I've been saying this since Japan, dude.
Yeah,
mobility in this game is not fair.
Yeah,
and Joker is like one of the best. Ever
since like the character was like day one when he was released, I was like, this is the best. This is the best. And it's just it just keeps getting better for him.
Dude, when he got released, I think it was at a glitch.
I was in Japan.
Yeah, and I think it was Pound.
It was Pound. Okay.
I remember it because I got shit on, and I was just playing Joker all weekend.
He was playing Joker day one, like the moment he came out, and he started doing like fair one, drag out, up air. I was like, wait a second, like how did you even know this already? Like, you're too far ahead. And I was like, this character was kind of crazy. He's not getting hit. Oh no, he's shooting a gun. But he didn't shoot the gun like for camping. He shot the gun to combo into it because VoiD doesn't.
Yeah,
VoiD's the up gunner, dude.
Yeah, he's up gunner a lot.
Gun's broken. I'll show you guys when offline comes back. It looks really dumb because I'm just doing it on stream and you're like, oh, VoiD's just playing on. No, I'm gonna be in tournament like last stock, last hit. I'm gonna start up gunning, and everybody's gonna be like, what is VoiD doing?
It's the up gunner, VoiD.
Thank you for the raid, by the way, Chippy. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt Charles.
Yo, Chippy, let's go, Chippy.
All right, so I think a point Charles made was he's mentioning like getting rewarded for losing, the sheer amount of like options he has over like other characters. Like that can definitely like be frustrating because like you kind of see it as like if you win neutral or if you like are hitting someone, like it kind of feels like you have all the control, but then all of a sudden like you're like the character you're fighting against is getting stronger. So like,
dude, I love fighting Joker.
For me, it depends.
Dude, if I hit him like off stage with like a fair fish or like Pichu like down tilt back air or something to give him Arsene, he's dead.
Yeah. There's those
like he's just dead.
There's those beautiful moments where like the Arsene like works
Arsene
for
B
you.
Sucks. Arsene B is like so bad.
Yeah.
There's
That's
like beautiful
the
moments.
weakest part about Joker, right?
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that.
I think about it in a sense like Lucario. You know, Lucario, he needs to get shit on in order to like do good.
Yeah.
So like, but like he has to be off stage and then he has to come back. So I'm like, okay, Joker, if you just never come back, I don't have to deal with Arsene.
Yeah.
But I also am blessed with Sheik's back air, and
yeah,
not every character can
very good move.
Joker as well as like my own character.
It's nice to be able to 2-frame for free.
Very, very risky, you know, edge guard for Pink there. You know, if he messes up, he's all the way in the center stage, and there's no chance for a reversal.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. All my 2 frames are very skillful.
Clap, clap, clap. Or forward tilt. Dude, Diddy's forward tilt is actually crazy for 2 framing. Dude, you don't even have to angle it down. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, it's actually better if you don't.
Like, that's what? I actually didn't know it's better if you don't.
Whoa,
that's crazy.
You'll never accidentally crawl or anything. Like,
I see what you're saying. Damn, that's wild.
So skillful. It's like active for like 7 frames or something.
Yes.
Oh,
it's like you're naring.
Z drop dare is the most skillful edge guard.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, true. Does that just kill Joker? I guess it would.
Yeah, it does.
At least he has like a weakness.
I never see like dying off stage as a weakness if there isn't any other weakness.
He definitely has losing matchups. I think Diddy beats Joker. IMO.
He doesn't have a good forward-facing aerial, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think Fair is very good forward-facing. It's the same thing with like Zerasuit. Like Zerasuit Nair is like kind of good, but at the end of the day, like they both just have their Nairs, which Zerasuit's Nair is way more range. Joker's Nair doesn't have like that much range. He just curls up into a little ball, which makes it harder to hit.
Right, and he runs himself in a disjoint. Some fucking Brawl Meta Knight shit.
You can whip punish it. But
you can definitely.
No, I mean like on the way around. Like when it goes to the back of him, you can just hit him.
Okay.
But I also play Sheik, so like, it's a lot easier for me to do these things than other characters.
Joker's out of shield is a little questionable. That's always the thing I answer most passionately. Is like it doesn't matter. Since when was that a thing that a character like needs if you have everything else?
Well, all you really need is spot dodge and roll.
Yeah,
and
like
full hop. The fact that this game added full hop is like a very, very viable option.
It's a good
makes
point.
out of shield games very less important.
You don't have to punish everything that hits your shield. You really don't.
The instant transmission full hop. I remember everyone. That's like
frame 6. You're gone.
When all of us played the demo at E3 or whatever. I remember just like everyone talking about that. They're like, dude, when you full hop, you're just like you're there. Like you're just because it took way longer in Smash 4 to like get to the apex of your jump, dude. And like I remember that was the most common thing people talked about. They're like, dude, what the? It just like feels so weird. Like people weren't even like complaining or getting hype about it. It just was such a foreign feeling, right? Like, wasn't shield dropping in the demo?
Sadly.
Damn.
Yep.
R.I.P.
But yeah, I think the simplicity of it, like the simple answer for like disliking someone like Lucario or Joker is just because like you have to work even harder to keep the lead more in your favor because like they can like even the game up just by like getting that one reversal when they get their like meter or whatever, right?
Ooh, I've been dealing with this for the last 7 years.
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Or even like Smash 4 Rage, right? I think that's a prime example of just like every character having that.
It's like it's like the same thing.
Tweek.
Wait, what?
What did I do?
Charles.
I definitely okay. Fox had like those very few golden opportunities.
Bayonetta.
Okay, so it's like, like I remember
whatever
he
did. Whatever he did, I probably showed him.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true. This is true. I definitely started. I was just like, dude, fuck this. I'm playing Bayo, dude. Like, it is just. I got hurt way too much times, dude. Like there would be so many times where I'm like sitting outside of a local, like on the steps. I'm just contemplating life because I got witch timed, and I'm just like, dude, what do I do? Like, do I have to play that much of like just like completely bitch mode where like I'm like not playing the game? Like, how much do I have to respect this character?
Tweek Smash 4 DK.
Man. when I was losing.
It was
what
cool.
I got? Absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah, rage.
I lost my kill confirms.
Yeah.
I didn't have that many great rage combos.
Okay, yeah, Rage Fox was pretty scary now to think about, because you can get like a dash attack or an up tilt at 70 and just win, right? Like, yeah.
Side B from ledge.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Pour one out for my boy Side B. Fuck. It was a good run. Now you can't be spamming that shit off the ledge.
I think the hardest part about that stuff is how much discipline you have to like fight out the meter or fight out the rage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to have the discipline to like play out the clock and really play super safe and like even more calculated than ever before. Like that's the hardest part, right? Like having the patience to go through a whole like full stock of your opponent just being like times 10, like that's not easy. I think that would be my, like, if anyone asks me for advice on anything like that, that's my advice. Like, you may be like literally shaking of fear or something, but like,
so bullshit. Try
your best to just like really like play out the meter, play super safe. Like, you don't have.
Fair?
How do you play out Sephiroth Wing when you
how do you play out Wario Waft
when you gotta kill him?
That's gonna be it for this episode, guys.
Wow, I'm still gonna die at 30.
No, you're not.
No, not Wario Waft. Anything but Wario Waft. No.
Okay,
I think it's funny.
I saw you guys talking about One Wing versus Arsene.
Okay.
Which is better? I think it's Wing.
Facts. Okay, I agree.
Because Wing isn't something that you just like have an answer to. Wing is there and you have to fucking deal with it. Arsene is like
with Wing, like there are times where I just die and I don't have to deal with Wing immediately. Like, bro, if you die to Arsene on top, you're sitting on the Angel platform and you're like, all right, I have like half a second to a second of invuln, and then I'm gonna start getting shit on again.
Yeah.
Like Wing, I'm just like, all right, I already got shit on. Like, I have 2 more stocks, right? I hope. Like Arsene, there are situations where it's like, bro, like I have to deal with you again. You get like down air grabbed, and you're just like,
They're both just too good.
Yeah, which is like, well, I was like, I don't know if you're including like how you get and lose Wing in Arsene, because if it's that's included, then I think Arsene's better. But just the idea of Wing giving you stat buffs, like complete stat buffs, not just speed, but damage, not back. And a third jump, like that is
the jump is like
Joker gets new hitboxes.
Yeah,
his forward smash and up smash become bigger. Gets a second hit on Nair, gets the upper hit on Bear, gets Dare up smash.
Everything's bigger.
Yeah, jab kills, guns are better.
Shit.
It's like Arsene's like
VoiD just ruined my entire opinion.
It's like the more overall consistent version, I feel.
Yes.
And then like Arsene's like the bursty version, where it's like it shouldn't last as long as Wing, because Wing's literally giving you another jump. So like you should technically on paper live longer because you literally have a bonus jump and your recovery doesn't get shittier, right? So it's like I feel like Arsene is like the more like when I do get in or I do get a hit, like you're gonna hurt way more than like a Sephiroth Wing. And obviously it's situational. Like Sephiroth Wing can still hurt a lot, but I think Sephiroth Wing is the more consistent thing, which is why like I think Gavin's gonna like more kind of gravitate towards that. I think like Gavin, like what in terms of what Gavin values, it's gonna be Wing over Arsene.
I think one very big thing about Wing in comparison, it strictly makes Sephiroth's recovery better.
Yeah.
Like you don't have like a clear out versus Wing, while against Arsene, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna grab the ledge and ledge drop, double jump back air, like over and over. But like Wing, I'm like, okay, like you literally just have not even like the extra jump. You just have so much better air drift that your recovery becomes that much better. Like there are times where I hit Sephiroth off stage and he's literally at 79%, and I'm like, well, you can't recover because you never got your Wing.
Yeah.
But if he does have Wing, which he's gonna have for the rest of the stock, most likely it becomes like a lot harder to seal the deal for his Sephiroth.
Yeah, I think something about the air mobility too, along with the damage buff, is Nair is already like debatably his best move, but it gets so much better with the air mobility and damage because it'll combo harder earlier, and it's way easier to follow up with the mobility buff too. So like the Nair's doing so much more damage, so it's way easier to combo, and like you'll like drift towards them for the second one, and then you have the extra jump, so like it just opens up so much more. And even if you're doing the same combo you do before, it's just way more damage, right? So yeah.
Also safer on shield as well because it does more damage, right?
I would assume so.
Right. I mean, like, just it does more damage, right? So more damage means more shield stun. So yeah, even safer on block. It's already a pretty safe move on block.
I think when Sephiroth is losing hard, Wing is really hard to deal with just because he basically has it the rest of the game.
Right.
Like that's like a pretty like specific scenario. Like if he's getting like 3 stocked, taking that final stock is probably one of the hardest characters to deal with in the game.
I just forfeit.
Yeah,
you got it. I'm gonna do some damage.
Day one,
you're gonna kill me.
From day one, I had so many reverse 3 stocks, and like it's like I'm just in one wing the whole game, the whole rest of the match.
Even on the last stock towards the end.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
If it's like 3 stocks to 1, the next time you get wing, you have it the whole game. Except maybe if you're both at like
super last stock.
Like super last stock, last hit. It's ridiculous.
It's kind of corny. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Like,
because Joker usually gets like 2 Arsens max. I think another thing that people don't talk about with coming to Arsene, obviously I know like in the beginning I bitched a lot about Joker, but that's just like my own personal experience. But like there's definitely counterplay, right? Like Arsene, I think you guys are making a really good point where like Sephiroth's comeback mechanic, like essentially every single situation becomes better, right? Where Arsene, there are specific situations where it's like, oh, I popped his Arsene while I hit him off stage with the confirm, right? Now I get to rinse and repeat the 2-frame, blah, blah, right? So like that's really strong. The only thing you got to really watch out for is like the Arsene side B when he's jumping, like drifting down, you just shield that and then go on from there. And then even just like how much damage you did to the first Arsene. So much people don't talk about this. So it's like if you so happen to get like an opener, like to win neutral and like do a string on Arsene and do damage, when he gets out of that Arsene, he's at higher damage. If you guys just camp each other out and do nothing, right? Then that means his Arsene meter is back at 0 and he's at 50. So it's like, okay, now he's going to get his second Arsene at around like 100, right? Probably not going to kill Joker at around 100 unless you land a really solid hit. But if you deal damage to Arsene, right, when he gets out of the Arsene and say he's at like 80 or 90, like he's not getting that second Arsene until like 140, 150, right? Yeah. So it's like that like phase of the game, like it's like obviously every part is important, but like with Joker, it's like what happens during Arsene, even if you survive, it's like how much damage did you deal to him? You know what I mean? Like all these things are really like in a snowball effect, where it kind of just like brings more into my point where like Arsene's more of like that higher risk, high reward comeback mechanic, whereas like, you know, Sephiroth is just strictly like not like the peaks aren't as high, but it's just like all these like defensive situations or like any of these like bad situations I could be in, like they're just straight up better than me. Like they're just better for him.
Combat mechanics are
the Sephiroth Ditto sucks because you lose for winning. The Ditto could be very hard, and I actually I think VoiD made a good point that is actually like a nice wording for it, like the recovery part.
Yeah.
Sealing the stock gets so much harder. So all of a sudden, like the lead you had or something like might just be like pointless for a certain points of the match. Because the mobility buff, the recovery buff, the jump, like he's like all of a sudden doing more damage and he's safer on shield. It's really hard for normal Sephiroth to keep up with one wing Sephiroth. Like,
and he gets gimped.
Yeah, it's very hard. Like, I think a classic scenario that I'm sure everyone could envision is like the Sephiroth Ditto starts, something happens, like someone gets wing first, and then they get like some sort of like follow-up into like a counter off stage, and then the other person that was losing is like, cool. I just took the first stock. That definitely happens a lot. It's definitely not something I'm not used to though. It happened a lot with Cloud before too.
Dude, I was gonna say that situation just sounds so similar to Smash 4 Cloud, where it's like before your first limit pop, that's when you're at your weakness or weakest, and like Cloud is forced to play aggressive in that early part because he needs to be at center stage. Because like if he gets hit at like 0, But like that's why Sheik was so good against Cloud in Smash 4, because no matter where Sheik hit Cloud, she's fanning him to the edge and then doing it, right? So it like didn't even matter really where Cloud positioned. And it's like it's interesting because Sephiroth has the same thing where it's just like, oh, like I don't have like my limit or my wing yet. Like I have to play very safe because this is where I'm at my weakest. I'm not scared of death when I'm at like 140 with wing because I have all these other options, right? Like Sephiroth would actually rather be in that spot than like, oh shit, I'm at fucking 40%, wing's not about to pop, and I just got fair bouncing fish. Fuck. What am I gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Like that's like where the character's at its weakest.
Yeah, it's definitely like this weird like. There's so much like mental games behind it when you're like playing like the Ditto with like a character like that too. Like it's definitely something I'm not used to, but it's so awkward. There's so many times where like on paper you're winning, but you're not winning yet. it's like another phase of a boss, right? Like it's like you have the opportunity to win, but like it's gonna take twice as long as every other matchup. So like you gotta have the discipline. I think that's like the number one thing that like where like for like why people hate X character is because like whatever their like particular strength is, like they don't have the discipline or the patience to like accept it and like deal with it. Very simple, but I think it always comes down to something like that. Like I know like Yoshi's like a popular one for a long time because of like the air drift and the double jump armor and like stuff like that. And like I think yeah, like super quick frame data, like so like that type of character
combo him, like,
yeah,
right.
So like that type of character like will really drag out the length of the match, even if he isn't intending to. Like the match is gonna take forever. So and a lot of people like see like, you know, combos as like, you know, the way to play, and like that's the cool thing to do. So like they just don't want to fucking deal with Yoshi or like someone like that,
bro.
So I think like a lot of it comes down to just general like situational awareness, patience, you know, discipline. Like Olimar's another one, like who like a lot of people like just they don't want to pay attention to the Pikmin lineup. They don't want to deal with like with like people Olimar throwing Pikmin at you, like screw that. I want to do like combos and spikes. Like
all right, feel me on this. Like, and I was talking about this the other day on my stream because it just be making me mad. Would you agree, okay, that combos are only hype like the first like couple times you see them, and then after that it's just like, yo, you're just doing the same corny B&B that you do every single game. Like, I'm not getting hype that I got hit by fair grab, up throw, drag down, F tilt nair, F tilt nair, F tilt back air, and now I'm in a 50-50 and I might die. That's happened to me 8,000 times.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, what character be doing that?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, like, bro.
Like the first time that Gavin hit like nair, up air, up tilt, up air waft or something, I was like, yo, that was crazy. And then I was like, wait, a couple why months later, hype like... as it is? What? I'm hyped for them like combos that are mad innovative, that got like reads on like drifts and like when they're gonna do like double jumps or air dodge, like taking like risks mid combo and stuff like that. But like, I don't care about that thing that you do every single game. Like, it's not even exciting. I don't know why people get so hype over these combos. I'm like, what?
I definitely agree, but I think for people with a lot of experience and have like seen like these combos so many times, the things you can appreciate the most are like, okay, how did they specifically get it this time? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like what led into the initial moment. I think I can always appreciate something like that, because like the thing about Smash specifically is, right, like there's always like some sort of slightly different variable like all the time. So like I can always enjoy that part, but I definitely see a lot of truth to what you're saying. There's always like the typical bread and butter where it's like, okay, like can I just like take the damage and can we just like start playing again? Yeah. Something like that.
Skip cutscene.
Yeah, like yeah, can I just like press a button to like, you know, just I'll even take 10 extra damage just so I can play again.
Yeah.
And I do see a lot of people mentioning that like combos are more exciting to like people that aren't as experienced or more casual.
Yeah,
that's basically what I'm getting
at. That is fair.
Yeah, like
you've been playing for how long?
Yeah, like
how many different Smash games?
All four of us.
How many combo videos have we watched?
Like all four of us, if we saw like if we're watching a tournament together and like Luigi gets a grab at 0 and like does a 0 to death, not one of us are gonna even emote. Like we're not
immediately. Like imagine if it's like last thought game 5, right? Like super hype situation, the crowd's super into it. As soon as I see the grab, I'm walking away.
Yeah, like
and I've done that. I've literally like it's super tense. I'm cheering for everyone. Yo, let's. And you gotta leave so that way they don't see you.
Walk
too,
out.
Right?
Yo, you guys hungry? You guys want to get some food? Yeah, so like
for me,
for us,
like
we don't. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
For us, like we don't care that much, right? But
yeah,
the person who's like at their first tournament or watching their first tournament, they're gonna be like, "Yo, yo, sure you can, LOL." Like,
pretty hype. You know, when you see them drop the combo, you're like, "Yo!"
Oh, that's us. That's us. Yeah.
Like, wow, they really messed up in like that situation. Oh my god, right? So in those kind of situations, it's like, oh, thank God he hit it this time, or something like that. Oh,
like for me, I'm like say that Luigi grab happens, right? Like what I'm looking out for is not the Luigi pulling off the 0 to death. I'm more so like looking at how the dude is SDIing, because I'm like the 0 to death isn't real. Like it's not. You can SDI it. And I know that. So it's like, but like like that for me, that's what I'm always looking. It's like, oh, Luigi got the grab. I'm like, this shouldn't kill you unless you're fucking like DK or K Rule or whatever, right? Like I want to see where this guy DIs. I want to see where he's SDIing. Like, how is he gonna get out? Like that's I'm not even like, I don't know. I guess it's like flopped for me. Like the hype part is like, oh hey, this guy didn't get 0 to death. Like he knows his shit. He knows like how to SDI with his character. Like shouldn't be dying to that. He should be taking 80. Yes, but like you shouldn't be dying, right? Like
yeah.
And even like I can appreciate the Luigi players that can see the SDI and they don't autopilot the 0 to death, right? Like they and like that's something like obviously Elegant is very good at. He'll like see where the character's going and he'll like alternate and not just autopilot like the falling up air into up B, right? He's gonna do some other variation where he ends it off with like a double up air or a back air or something like that. Like so like that's more so like what I'm trying to look out for, and like what like kind of it's like the obscured shit, right? Like the very like little tedious things like Gavin was talking about, like those little other variables that like you just throw a little bit of that into it, and then you know you can get so many different situations in Smash, right?
Or Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, but Donkey Kong's just fucked. There's no SDI saving it. Not with that ultimate SDI. Maybe if you had Smash 4 SDI.
I love playing him in Ultimate, but he's like obviously way stronger in Smash 4. I think he's like really fun in this game, but
he's fun to like when you get the hit with him. Like he's good offensively, like every other character in this game. Like
I feel like I get more 0 to deaths with DK than like any other character, and it's like not even like because it's something specific. It's like it's just simple advantage state, and they just died. Like I get that with DK a lot, but.
I love the argument when someone's talking about like a bottom tier, right? Dude, Kirby has fucking 0 to 50, 0 to 80s. I'm like, bro, every character has 0 to 50, bro. That's like a standard thing. Like literally every character has like crazy combos and can kill you at 50. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's very few characters where you're like, man, offensively, I just feel really weak. Like I don't really feel like I got combos. I don't really feel like I can get the kills unless you're playing Bayo. But like other than that, like you know what I mean? Like every character just feels like offensively good, and even Bayo has like combos. You know what I mean? Like it's just hard for her to kill. But it's like, what does your character have defensively? Like if you look at all the top tiers, it's like they're either like super high up on the offensive totem pole, and like they got like kind of mediocre defensive options, or they're like super consistent all around, or you fucking almost have everything like Joker, and like you don't have
about Joker. I feel like that. I mean, clearly I wait higher than I'm pretty sure almost everyone in the world. He only has a frame 3 out, and I feel like he's like perfect combo weight. Like I think hitting Joker is you can combo Joker with like probably your main's best possible combo, like across the board. And he only has a frame 3 out, which is either going to be air dodge or down B, which isn't too hot.
Right. I mean, I feel like
I combo everyone the same way. They just trip on a banana.
but Joker got that because he just weighs more. He's not like super floaty, but he's not super fast folly. Right.
My favorite thing about fighting Joker is definitely just two-framing the Arsena B.
No.
That everything else,
you get it once, it's over. Yeah. The first one, you're just like, all right, I win.
Yeah. Like, there's been a couple times where I've like did the Diddy F tilt on Arsena B like 5+ times in a row. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Like, I'm timing it right. Like, let's fucking go. Like, that's what I need, baby.
Yeah, and that's like so important too, right? Because like you're dealing damage to him. You're like his chances, like you get if you two-frame him 5 times in a row, like that he's not getting a second Arsene that stock unless like you utterly like completely fuck up.
Because he can't just recover immediately after getting hit. Like he has to position for the recovery, so he's losing meter before he can even like recover again. So like his meter's gonna be gone when he gets back on stage if you land a 2-frame or 2, or he probably died or something.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how much better Joker's like non-Arsene up B is, even offensively. Like tether cancel, like offensively you can even like, oh, I went for back air, double jump back air, miss, let me just instantly cling onto the ledge and set up another falling back air. Like you know what I mean? It's just like quick, very snappy, like it's so good.
Yeah, every time I actually get something on like normal Joker up B, I'm always questioning like they had to have done something wrong, right? Like I don't deserve.
You got like a really solid read. Yeah.
Like I don't deserve this. Like how did I hit him?
I think.
But yeah, is there like I really don't know the specifics. Like when I'm serious. When I get it, I question if I like actually did something different. Like, do you guys do anything specific to like consistently edgeguard Joker tether?
Normal Joker?
It's hard.
I have needles.
You have needles. Yeah, God knew it.
So I just needles, and he can't up B immediately. That's the big thing. If you hit him once, he can't up B immediately. So you have to try to use that to your advantage.
Yeah, but if you up B before, he doesn't get the little hop. So it's like, it's if you if you interrupt his first up B, he is fucked. Like, so fucked.
Yeah, like then, I try Z drop banana, but like it's so much harder to time than like a normal recovery.
This sucks. You guys are all playing characters who edgeguard Joker on the stage. So of course you don't know what to do against normal Joker at B, because you have to go off stage.
Fuck that, like, man.
Dude, all he has is double jump and up B. Like he doesn't have a good forward facing aerial. So legit, if I hit Joker far enough off stage, I just shadow him with back air like I did versus Cloud and Marth all the time, except he doesn't have a good forward facing aerial. So if you hit him once, he's done. You hit him twice.
I feel like in that situation, neither did Cloud though. Nair is
Cloud had Smash 4 air dodge. You don't need anything else.
Okay, yeah.
Smash 4 air dodge.
Air dodge. I remember seeing so many. I remember seeing so many Cloud players like doing like those like forward airs when they're like, or aggressively recovering. And I'm like,
no,
Nair will get there faster.
Yeah. Yeah, Cloud.
Yeah. Get away from me, please. Big circle.
Dude, that move was crazy.
With C-Stick Nair too? Insane.
Oh yeah,
and limit? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Get that move out of this game. Thank you. One thing Nintendo might have done right.
Maybe. So hype.
It's actually the one thing they did wrong. I was lost for a very long time because all 3 of my characters died. All 3!
Destroyed.
I went into Ultimate with like thinking like I will keep one. I know it. Like one of them will be fine.
Oh yeah, they all got jammed.
Nope.
The characters you played in Smash 4 were too good. you honestly couldn't expect that.
I played 3 though. 3.
I mean, even like well, so VoiD was mainly Sheik. He got, and then like Sheik got buffed. You know, I mean,
Cloud is fine now though.
Diddy got buffed.
Sheik still sucks though. We need more buffs.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, I'm on that train with you. Diddy's so bad.
Nope. Diddy mashes online. I'm on the Diddy's good online train.
Oh, that's my least favorite train. That is my least favorite train. I got on the wrong train, guys. Fuck. Moving on. Or is it the classic? Oh my god, I can't react to monkey flip. I know.
No, I play Sheik and Pichu online. Like I see the benefits of playing like good frame data characters online.
But like, what's good? What is so good about Diddy online?
He's small. You can't hit him. He has down tilt. Banana's still pretty. Like, what are you gonna do? Miss a banana out of shield punish? Wow.
What? Banana's -7, or down tilt is down tilt's -7.
Wait, I thought it was -8.
-7? Oh, my bad. Whoa.
You don't even.
That's so good.
What's gonna happen?
How am I gonna punish that out of shield with somebody?
I'm not saying you have to punish it out of shield, but like, who cares?
Okay, but what do you gain off of down tilt?
Huh?
Nothing, bro.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
everything.
Conversation's
everything.
Diddy is
I'm
not
not saying he's better online.
Oh, okay, then we're fine. We're fine then.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty solid character.
He's
and
the
I don't
same.
think online inhibits him. Like, I don't think online stops him from being a solid character. I don't
think so either. I think he's just fine.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he's broken. Like,
okay, then
I'm not saying online like makes him better.
All right, we're good, guys. We're ending the stream.
Fight him.
Sephiroth online.
Did he down tilt, dude?
Oh yeah, you actually can't, but it's surprisingly not as safe as I would think.
Is this thing
his size makes it safer.
I feel like a lot of top tiers low profile more than him.
Not with their grounded moves.
Maybe Pikachu
on landing people like pancake a lot.
Yeah.
But he'd be running up to my shield and down tilting, and I'm like, bro.
Down tilt's -8? No way. I thought it was 7.
Dude, I literally, when we were playing one time, and I was like, dude, I have to have an answer to down tilt on my shield. So I up smash it every time, or like I trained myself to react to seeing down tilt so I can up smash it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I do it.
I did the same thing with Young Link down tilt on shield. I was like, I'm pretty sure Diddy can just up smash it every time. And now, like, if I see it, like, my brain is so ready. But yeah, when I'm playing against Wolf as Diddy, I'm like, I swear you are low profiling more than I am.
So fun fact, Sheik versus Wolf. Sheik can't hit Wolf out of shield.
Yeah, Wolf low profiles like more than every character.
Wolf will always low profile, and he doesn't get up before his end lag.
Yeah.
So he low profiles, and if you hold shield, your first frame standing up, you're shielding.
Yeah.
And a lot like Peach does this, Pikachu does this, Joker does this. The list really goes on. Pancaking in this game is really bad, in my opinion.
What I was like dealing with, you like put it into words like, so I can like, you know, like, visualize it like better, like. But yeah, when I'm playing Diddy vs Wolf, I'm like, why does it feel like every scramble, like I'm not actually getting a hit out of it ever? Yeah. And it's just, he low profiles like crazy.
It's actually really funny. I played Charlie in a 1st to 10, right?
Okay.
I think, and he would nair my shield. It was like -4, -5. But he would nair from the top, so he's falling into my shield. And I would try to nair out of shield, and he would shield it, and then he'd nair my nair out of shield. So I'm like, bro, you're just like, I don't even know if you're trying to punish my nair. You're just doing landing nair into press R and then just sword hop nair. And that's when I knew. I was like, bro, with the way pancaking is in this game, this also solidifies the fact that like you don't really need good auto shield options.
Yeah.
Unless you have like the amazing auto shield options, like
Game & Watch.
Pichu nair, Pikachu nair, Game & Watch up B, the like super solid up Bs out of shields.
I think
like,
those,
you don't have those, it's tough.
I think those comparisons is what makes people think my character has like this weakness. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they know that other things exist, and they're like, if I don't have that, then this must be my character's weakness, right? Like, I think that's a good point for sure.
And like, Joker doesn't even have to play out of shield. Like,
yeah,
why are you shielding?
I think playing out of shield in this game. Well, I mean, I value mobility very, very highly in this game. So I think playing out of shield is not as solid. Like dash shielding is still good, but
you're gonna do it. You're gonna shield.
Yeah. But there's also like if somebody is just doing aerials on my shield over and over and I can't punish it, but like if I just whiff punish from like a little bit away, which a lot of characters can do, it's just we're in this online era.
Yeah.
Then I feel like it's a lot better. Like in comparison, instead of like challenging Wolf Nair with my shield and trying to nair out a shield, I can just walk a little bit away and dash attack his landing. Which again, a lot of characters can do this, and it makes it to where because they gave a lot of characters like decent enough mobility in this game, auto shielding is not as valuable of a trait as it was at 4.
Yeah, and along with that pancaking stuff, like there's so many awkward scrambles where it's just aerial shield, aerial shield, aerial shield. Oh, you tried to do an extra button, so I finally win this scramble or something. You know what I mean?
That is the ultimate sequence.
Yeah, dude.
You guys forgot the spot
you
dodge.
hit.
Yeah,
right.
Or I somehow clipped your spot dodge.
Yeah.
There's so many awkward scrambles like that, and there's so many like matchups where it's more apparent. Like when I'm like playing online in the Sephiroth, it's just nair.
Snap.
Yeah. Like, and I'm just like, just get me out of here, man, please. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, that illusion of like, because even people say that about Paulo, like, oh, Paulo's out of shield options are bad. I'm like, okay, hold up.
her nair is just good enough.
Yeah.
Nair out of shield, you got
preemptive nair out of shield
very far. Right, like she has insane grab range, right? It's only a frame 11 shield grab, but like so it's not the quickest. But I feel like just people are just like, it's not frame 3, it's not frame 5, 6, 7, like bad, automatically bad. It's like, no, wait a minute. It's like you still got a decent out shield option. It has a lot of range, and what does Paulo get out of it? She gets a crap ton of damage early percent. You can do down throw bear setups. You can kill people. Like, like when I was playing Paulo for like a couple months, like there'd be some times where I'm like, okay, I'm not playing a top player. Let me just normal get up, shield. Oh no, you mistimed it. That's the stock. Haha, you're not the player.
When I was practicing the PT matchup against Hikaru in Japan, Charles, and my poly was still like very fresh. I'm just like, oh, he's Zard. Yeah.
I'm going for the gamble.
And even like, let's talk about Joker. Like, okay, so Joker, everyone's saying Joker's out of shield is bad. Okay, I believe his shield grab is a frame 10 shield grab.
Yes.
Let me just double check. I don't
know he has a frame 4 out of shield option.
What is that?
Footstool.
Oh yes, yeah, that's another thing. This character's like not even halfway developed. Like I'm just gonna say that. Like this character.
How does Joker always the topic?
Like Leo can do so much more, and it's gonna be fucking crazy. Like to watch this character develop. It's like this character's not even done yet. And even like even other people, I think more people are like kind of catching on. This character's getting a lot more popular, so like that obviously helps, right? Like when more top players are like start investing into a character, the meta just develops faster. So one, he just has that's just like a false thing. Like his out of shield's not bad because he just has footstool gun, and that literally confirms, right? And then even his grab frame 10, his grab range is huge. His grab can kill.
His grab is very large.
Yeah,
he literally combos the fuck out of you. Like if there's Arsene, he like it's not even complicated. It's just like up throw, up air into like some other fucking aerial, and it's like 40 something damage, right? It's like not hard at all. And on top of that, he can do like a little bit harder-ish stuff without Arsene. But it's like this character pretty much gets so much out of grab. Especially his throws. That's another thing people don't talk about is how fast his throws are. It is hard to react to a Joker that insta throws. I actually think when you play Joker, you shouldn't even pummel unless you're not trying to go for a DI mix-up, but you should always go for a DI mix-up because even at like kill percents, like just grab instant down throw. If they DI in or no DI at all, they're dead. You're going to up air them with Arsene. You're going to back air them with Arsene. Like his throws are very quick. That's just another thing people, and that like reverts back to the out of shield, right? Like we're talking about the grab. So like, is Joker's out of shield bad? Fuck no. It's like above average in my opinion. It's not even close to being bad, but everyone just says it's bad because they're not breaking down what he gets out of shield. Like everyone just like thinks of how quick. Like, how fast is number?
Is it Game & Watch?
Very, very low number. It has to be good. That is good out of shield option because it's very low.
Good out of shield, in my opinion.
And
it's not like
both
amazing,
sides.
but it's good. And it's frame 13. I thought it was frame 11 until Twitch chat corrected me like, a few days ago. But yeah, it's frame 13, and like Wolf's up smash out of shield, dude, it gets the job done.
Well, yeah, especially considering like
all the jump scrambles too.
Yeah, there's
both ends. Like
it's not like
catches dashbacks.
It's not like people aren't gonna press an extra button on your shield, or it's not like people aren't gonna dash back. And what if they dash back after doing their button, and you do Wolf's up smash, which is super big? You're gonna get them. It's just like when I diddy down tilt and I try to dash away and I'm like, why am I getting hit? Like, this is my safe move. But if you're not shielding immediately or like doing some sort of defensive option, like you're gonna get scooped by a lot of these out of shield options, regardless if they're fucking frame -5 or not.
Yeah. Speaking of negative frames, oh my god, Shield Monado makes me so mad. Right. And conversation. We all.
Oh yeah, we asked Charles like what his least favorite matchup was, and it's been an hour. So.
We've gotten one person's least favorite matchup.
Yeah, VoiD mentioning that made me. We're gonna get back on track here. Marcus, what's a matchup? What's a matchup that you dislike or matchups?
I don't really think I have any, honestly. If I had to pick one, I mean, I play Min, so I hate Pikachu. Like, but I hate Pikachu because like pancaking, and that's it.
Yeah,
and
hurt box shifting.
Yeah, that's it.
Doesn't hate me. Yes.
I think.
No.
Yes.
I think
every character's broken, so I hate all of them.
I think a better way to ask it is like, do you have any specific points on like why like a lot of people would dislike this matchup? Like Pikachu's an easy one. Like why do people hate Pikachu? Like could be just as long as Joker. You know what I mean?
T-Jolt is broken.
Yeah.
It's a free approach. It's a free camping tool.
Yeah.
It is. Some characters literally can't do anything about it. Their only option is to jump. So it's a free read.
Yeah.
The move gives you a read just by pressing the button.
Yeah.
And then his buttons are all dumb safe on shield. He's mad fast. He pancakes on every aerial he does. He grabs you at 0. You take 8 million. He back airs you at 0. You're off stage. You might die. But wait a second. Maybe I do hate Pikachu. No, I don't hate Pikachu.
I actually don't either. I don't hate Pikachu.
I don't either. But he's very frustrating to deal with because it feels like if you're at 0, you might die, even if you have the lead. If you get hit once, then you might take either 80 if you're mid stage, or you might die if you're at the edge of the stage. And when you're at high percents, here's that dumb mix up of he might dash attack or grab you, so then you start jumping, and again it's a hot
bear.
Yeah,
it's so infuriating when characters have like, I play Min, so I make everyone jump. But it's really infuriating when characters have like free win neutral tools, and I see why people hate Min. Right.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like there's so many specific moves that like they kind of eliminate parts of the match, so it makes reading very easy, and like it kind of like eliminates other options, and it forces something to happen like way more often. And like Pikachu just has so much of that freedom, right? Like it's just, and some characters like don't have the mobility or like options, and Pikachu has 3 million, so it's definitely not easy.
And quick attack is broken. You get out of disadvantage for free.
Yeah.
So you guys free nuts.
Right. I mean, some characters have very solid options. Like if you have like really big lingering hitboxes, like I think Wolf Nair is a very good answer to quick attack, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna Nair here, and if you quick attack in this general vicinity, like I got you. And it's like characters that get follow-ups off of said sour Nair or said like big lingering hurt box they're throwing out. Like, what's the follow from there? Like, I don't know exactly why. Pikas don't like the Mario matchup, but like I know Mario has like lingering hitboxes, can get the pretty early kill. Like up smash kind of like, I wouldn't say lingers, but like covers a pretty decent area, right? So it's like maybe that's a reason. Ness is another character where I know Pikachu mains like kind of say like I don't know. It's like hard for me to have like a super crazy opinion on the matchup because there's so many matchups in this game, and I'd have to like literally just like study and look over it. But like I can see why Pikachu's might not want to play against Ness because I don't even, does Ness have a move that doesn't kill? I think like maybe up tilt or jab, but like other than that, like all his moves like linger and kill, right? Like he's just a very like powerful character.
I think another reason why like someone wouldn't like a matchup like Pikachu is you mentioned like if you get grabbed at 0 you take 80, and like there's not many matchups where the game starts or your stock starts and you feel threatened, right? Like normally that's where you feel like the most neutral and like you feel like a lot more comfortable. But I think characters like that can really break your focus, right? Or it's like, wait, maybe I'd rather be at 30% or something, or like maybe 50%. That's just like really awkward, and I think that could definitely be a big factor to like why like people wouldn't like Pikachu. Another one would be like Luigi, right? Like
in tournament sets, in Pichu Luigi, I start by full hop thundering.
Yeah.
Like actually, I'm like, I just don't want to be at 0.
Yeah, like
let me just go to like 8% and
I feel like something like that really clears like your conscience, right? Like
yeah, I don't have to like super tunnel on getting grabbed. And they're like, yeah, I'm at 10.
You can like you can play your like game a bit more, and I think like there's probably a lot of characters like that where I think that could be a big reason to like frustration. And I think a reason why I just thought of that just based on what you guys were saying was like that's kind of like what happened like if I play like when I would play like Cloud in Smash 4. It's like if I wasn't like focused enough or I was like extra nervous, like sometimes like I would just be terrified when the game started, and like obviously I don't have to be, but like sometimes like it's tough. So I can definitely see why like some characters having some sort of crazy advantage state, especially at 0, like would be frustrating. Someone mentioned Peach, like that's another one.
Ooh.
A scary thing about Peach is that a lot of the stuff is like the percent's irrelevant a lot of the time actually, which that's even scarier, right?
Yeah. He's not only viable at 0 to do
crazy
shit.
A lot of the same combos could happen at like any percent.
Speaking of which, I love fighting Peach. Peach
I don't mind fighting Peach.
Slow.
Yeah,
I don't mind fighting Peach.
You have room to breathe a lot of the time.
Yes, I love it. I'm like, all right, like, oh, I decided to go in and I got backward down tilted. All right, let's just not go there next time.
Yeah,
pretty please.
Yeah, once she's close enough, then it's like that's where like you gotta actually like force yourself to guess or something crazy. But
also, what is interesting about that is because I'm so tired. What's interesting about it is it definitely depends on. I think a big thing that makes people hate a matchup is what character you play. Because like, people will be like, "Yo, I can't believe that I'm getting camped and they're playing Peach and Luigi." What?
Yeah,
of course.
What? That's a classic.
I hate Pac-Man. I hate Young Link. They just be throwing stuff. What you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fight you? Huh? No. You just want me to lose. Like you want to have fun. So because your character's weakness is its mobility, you want me to not abuse the weakness because that won't let you have fun. That's why you hate the character. Like, what? I'm not fighting you. No.
Yeah. Like that's a good point for sure.
Like the amount of stress, I think stress levels is a big thing because I was actually talking about Joker, but like I totally forgot that my real answer is Terry. Like that's my my most hated matchup is Terry. And I hated Ryu the most in Smash 4, even though Bayonetta existed and stuff, like Ryu was my most hated. And the reason being is like we talked about comeback mechanics, but I think my base thought process, it like depends on your personality too. Like when I'm when I'm playing against like VoiD in Smash 4, any edge guards me for like the bajillionth time, I'll nod my head like 10 out of 10 times. I'll be like, good shit. Like, you got the edge guard. Like, to me, that's like how Smash is supposed to work. Like, I probably just sound like an old man at this point, but it's just like I'm like
Rich
okay, like
Brown.
that's Smash. Like, you got the edge guard, you did the thing, you did the edge guard thing. Like, cool. I nod of approval. I lost. Like, I'm okay with this. But when I feel robbed, where like if I feel like someone doesn't deserve something, that's when I start getting tilted, and those are matchups I don't like. And that's a personal thing. That's not even like the character I play. Like, it kind of reverts back with like, okay, I played Fox, right? It's like it's hard to edgeguard Shotos with Fox, so like they're getting on stage. Like, a part of it is that, but another part of it is just like I'm like I'll like sit back and be like, you're not good. Like I won 80% of the time, but you won 20% of the time, and because I lack the mental stamina to camp you and time you out because I just want to kill you. Like I lack that stamina.
Yeah,
that's what's making me pissed.
Wait,
right?
what?
Like, that's what's like fuming this frustration. So it's like
Smash 4.
Oh. Skill.
What?
I have skill.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Yeah, I have skill too. But my skill doesn't matter.
Oh.
Healthy way to think. It's not a healthy way to think, but like that's what's going through my head. And like I spent years trying to break that cycle, right? Where it's just like, this is the game, like whether I like it or not, like, you know, they're gonna come out with characters, they're gonna change the mechanics of the game. Like, I need to adapt and get better at it. I need to have more stamina in a sense where it's like, you're Ryu or you're Terry, like I'm going to time you out. You know what I mean? And like I've even gotten to the point where like sometimes in friendlies I will time people out and they're like, wow, really, dude? And I'm like, dude, trust me, I have to do this. Like this is part of like my growth. I'm not doing it because I don't like you or anything, but like I have a very personal struggle against like things where it's like, oh, the risk reward's not in my favor, so what's my answer? Kill it. Like, just destroy it. Like, no, it's like that's what they want. Like, they want me to fight them because the risk reward's so high in their favor. So I have to, like, I go in the practice sessions where I'm like, I am fucking camping today. Like, that is what I'm doing. That is what I'm practicing because it's my weakness. And like it's like it's there's so many factors going into like why you hate a specific matchup. And I always think it's interesting because even in Smash 4, didn't Leo think that Marth beat Sheik 70-30 or something crazy? Like, and then
I can't take any of Leo's opinions on matchups seriously.
Like, actually, like I'm dead serious.
I can't take anything seriously.
And then he fought VoiD and he was like, didn't his opinion like change just like that?
Drastically.
Right, so it's like it's crazy how like one experience or like even you seeing something will change your opinion on like a tier list or a matchup chart. But I mean, I think that's what makes the game cool, right?
I know in Smash 4 there is this one tournament I was fighting Shuton. It was game 4. I was down 2-1. I was getting waxed. I was getting destroyed.
I remember this.
I dropped down to my last stock. He was maybe at like 30% first stock, and I was like, bro, like everything I'm doing isn't working. Like this isn't fun. This is like really difficult. And then I was like, dude, fuck it. I'm just gonna try to do cool shit. And I just started shitting on him. Like I started destroying him.
I remember that he like started doing approach nair. So I was like, oh,
I started doing approaching nair. I started running in with everything, and I was like, yo. And then I 2-stocked him game 5, or I did really good game 5, and I was like, is that all I needed to know? Like. Am I on the other side now?
I think the main thing I wanted to bring to the table when talking about like all these specific matchups is I think like Charles like worded it how I wanted to word it. It's like whatever we view as not what Smash is supposed to be, that's where like a big problem starts to cement itself. And a big thing is like what character we play personally. It just that is
play style.
Like play styles, like what we think is the best part about Smash, how Smash is supposed to be played, what's cool, what's not cool. That's the easiest way for a problem to start to appear with like your thought process on other characters, other players. So I definitely think that's what I wanted to get across is like not everything has to go a certain way. Like this isn't Smash doesn't have to be played this way. Like the world doesn't revolve around you and your main or something. Like you know what I
mean? I hate Shulk and I hate Little Mac, and I've hated them since Smash 4 because I mean, this is gonna sound stupid saying that I only hate Shulk and Little Mac, but I just don't like dying early for no reason. And again, it's gonna sound everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, Bayonetta, Cloud, Herder." Like that was like I just felt like that was the game.
Yeah,
that was Rage. That was what everybody does. But like Little Mac is just like, "Woo! I got KO punch and I pressed B." Or like Shulk,
down tilt KO punch.
The crowd goes wild.
So like for me, I just don't like if I get edge guarded, sure. Smash 4, it was rage kills. Brawl, it was gimps. Melee, it was also gimps for the most part. Like every game kind of has like their own way. I think there's always some type of cheese that you have to like be able to get past in order to get better, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you have to accept the cheese, and I feel like Melee, you also just get shit on. Right? So let's just say that Melee, you get shit on. Brawl, you get edge guarded. Smash 4, you get rage killed, and then in this game, I don't know if there's like anything like super specific, but Shulk and Little Mac still exist.
Yeah,
so, like that's where like my heart goes, and like Game & Watch 9. I also hate RNG elements. Really don't like RNG elements. I don't like items. I don't like items dropping randomly. I don't like misfire. I don't like Game & Watch ID. I don't like C4 dropping randomly when you stick somebody. I'm not a big fan. Turnips, yeah. I'm just not a big fan.
Yeah.
Even like a untechable spin. I mean, it doesn't matter that much to you guys anymore, but I'm pretty sure the animation's still in this game and it changes combos, and I don't like that. Like I think
because the hurt box is different. You're right.
Yes. Wow, in Smash 4 with untechable spin, you could get Nair up smash with Sheik a lot more consistently if people got the untechable spin. So if there are situations like that, and I'm just not about this. Like I don't like.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like RNG in games per se, but like something like that, like come on. Like items don't have to drop when you hit somebody, and I get it. It's more of like a casual mechanic, in my opinion, where it's like if somebody has a home run bat, you don't want them to have the home run bat the whole time. Right?
Yeah.
Like you want to give the other guy some merit to hitting them, but.
Yeah,
we should explain untechable spin too, because there are people in the chat that probably don't know it. What was the chance? Was it 25% or 33?
It was probably a third to a fourth. Let's just say that.
Yeah, something like
that.
Third
to a fourth chance. If you get sent into tumble over 100%, your character instead let's say this is your character, right? Let's say this is your character standing up. If they get hit normally, like let's say at punch, right? They get sent flying like this. But if you're over 100, there's a chance that you get and you get sent flying like this. And you're just spinning. In Smash 4, this tumble animation was untechable on the ground. So if you're fighting against the Fox and Fox is landing there and you get hit by the like spinning animation, you're dead. You can't do anything because it's untechable.
Yep. And the Fox is gonna see that, react to it, and up smash the living shit out of you.
It was legitimately random. It had no merit to their skill. It was just, all right. Oh,
I mean, they have to.
I got it.
RNG. Shake my hand right now.
I mean, and they have to react to like it's kind of fast.
It's kind of. Oh, I'm sorry, Charles. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Most Foxes play tilt stick, so they also had to like do the smash attack.
Whoa! They have to do a normal.
I'm just saying. It was like a little bit of skill check, unless you're a light plate smash stick, so he was very consistent at it.
Also, it was a thing off stage as well. And Cloud specifically, he did up B near the apex of his up B. If you hit him into the stage, he could not tech it. He would just die.
Oh right, yeah. If you're you're next to the wall and you get hit,
the apex.
No, in general, because I would do this versus Fox and against everybody. If you're right next to a wall and you get hit, you just go flying.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
That's it. Like you just go flying. It'd be messed up. I would edge guard Foxes with forward air at 25%. And they're just dead. There's nothing you can do.
That was like literally like almost teleport to the blast one. It was like instantaneous.
You just die.
It would look like the fair literally spiked you. Like that's what it would look like. It'd be like pa, and then
I'd be so fucking angry. I would not want to play anymore. Every time that happened to me. But yeah, that leads into my answer, which is the same fucking answer as VoiD. I hate RNG and too much guessing. I'll have to specify that second part. But yeah, I hate.
Guesses for us are very different.
Huh?
Guesses for us are very different.
Yeah.
Like somebody might be like, "Do I have to guess the Sam is rolling?" or et cetera, you know. But
I hate Game & Watch Hammer. I hate turnips. I hate the RNG more depending on how useful it is in a competitive environment too, like, or how strong the character is outside of the RNG.
Right.
Tweek doesn't want to soul read people. No, that's actually my favorite thing to do. That is not the type of guessing I dislike. I'll get to it. Like, but yeah, there's already so many variables in Smash. Like we were just talking about untechable spins and like hurt box shifting and pancaking, like all that stuff. And then all of a sudden there's RNG that can just change the entire game out of nowhere too. So there's just too much for me. For me, it's just overwhelming because I probably shouldn't have picked this game as my job, but it is. And it gets very difficult with the RNG stuff.
Yep.
So definitely my least favorite thing overall. But in terms of too much guessing, there's just some characters that kind of like brute force their way into something happening over and over and over, and it gets to a point where I just get super sick of it. Like Shulk is one of them, but she's not the main offender as she was in Smash 4.
That was definitely your most hated character in Smash 4, free.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Yeah. Cloud and Bayo got 50-50 for super long too, and I just was like, should I be upset that I guessed wrong? Like I'm going to be, even though I shouldn't be, but I'm mad.
Once up throw became meta, the game was over.
Yeah,
it was so funny. I've ever told you, God, I don't know what tournament it was, but Ramen was playing friendlies with Abadongo, right? And he was like, dude, who does up throw up air work on with Shulk? And I was like, Mewtwo, blah blah blah. And he's like, bro, I fought Abba for like 2 to 3 hours, and he air dodged out of all of them. And I was like, what? Like, maybe you're right. So I had to fight Abba in tournament, and I like made it a personal like effort to up throw up air him, and I got it on like the first stock, and I was like, well, Abba probably was like, yo, up throw up air doesn't work at all. Like I played Mr. R for a few hours. Yo, this is gonna be so easy. Yo, VoiD up throwed, air dodge, and then I up aired him, and he's just like. I knew, I was like, I know if I get this, I'm gonna have like a personal advantage over Abba, and I ended up winning that set. It was so funny.
Yeah. But for me, it's like Ken and Terry, like when they actually like
get in.
It's just like over and over and over, and I'm just like, please. I want something else to happen, please.
Damn.
This is like way more personal than like RNG stuff. But like I hate like that, like the too much guessing is when I start to just like get into like an existential crisis, and I'm like, I just like, this is not what I intended to play going into this match. But yeah, like that can be like a very general thing. It could be a bunch of characters. But in a way, it's helped me a lot because I've grinded those matchups like harder than ever, just to like try to avoid that stuff as much as possible, right? So I can't like, it's not like at the end of the world. Like it's gotten to the point where like someone like Pikachu, like I enjoy the matchup with most of the characters I've played seriously. To the point where I'm like, maybe Pikachu isn't even that good. And it's like, wow, like I've really progressed like like mentally against this type of stuff. But still, sometimes it happens, and it's really hard to like not just like be frustrated the rest of the match.
When I had to learn how to camp,
yeah,
like actually how to camp, it was tough because I mean, I
came
came from Hawaii.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, you also, in terms of like Smash, grew up on GSM.
Yeah.
Right. And just like badass combos, like bro, we don't want to fucking camp. So when I had to do it, I had to play Hack, and Hack was teaching me how to camp, and that was one of the few days I've killed a Sheik's down throw like maybe 3 times, and that was when it started. Because he's like, dude, I don't care what kind of a lead you have, like you have to camp me, like you just have to camp me. And I was like, what do you mean, like bro, if you're at like 160% and I'm fine, like I should be able to take a risk to try to kill you. And he's like, nope, try to camp me. And even before that, like going into tournaments, like I'd be fighting K9 and he just starts fucking back rolling to the ledge, and I'm like, you fucker. Pardon the language, but like it was like that drastic. I was like, bro, you're camping me, like this is an attack on my character.
Yeah.
Like, why would you camp me? I'm like, I'm not camping you.
Yeah.
Why are you camping me? And I feel like that for me was a big thing. Like, bro, I'm not doing this thing to you. Like, why are you doing this? And even people see on my stream, when people start camping me, I'm like, oh, we're playing that game? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And people are like, why are you getting upset? And I'm like, bro, I'm not getting upset. You're camping me, and I have projectiles, so I'm gonna start using them. Like, you're doing this to yourself.
Yeah.
You put me in this mood.
Yeah. that sounds just like me when I stream, like just like me. But yeah, believe it or not, I had to go through that process too. I think it might be harder to believe for me than VoiD, because honestly, I'm pretty known for like camping super hard now.
Oh yeah.
100%. I'll camp every single human being. And the thing is, with VoiD, you might
aliens too. You'll camp everybody.
The aliens.
Yeah, I'll camp an alien invasion, dude. I'll time them all out. The thing is, I feel like with VoiD, you might have to push his buttons a little bit more than me. But for me, you have to push one button. If you push one, if you get me upset just 1%, all right, fun's over.
Break it up. Fun's done.
Like, that's all it takes.
I remember there was a shine where me and you were playing friendlies before top 8. I think that was a shine in this game. I DQ'd out. And I just remember we were playing Pichu Wario, and each game went to like the last minute, and I was like fuck, like, and this was me, like I DQ'd out, I wasn't feeling too hot like mentally, and I was like, I have to do this, like in a sense I was like, dude, is this like torture? Is this my hell? Like I just have to fight Tweek and friendlies with Pichu, and we're just camping each other. We played like 4 or 5 games in half an hour.
Yeah,
like it was nuts.
It was like upstairs, right?
Yeah.
I actually remember the exact scenario.
I don't even remember this.
That's how much he caps.
Yeah. It's all the same. It's just, but yeah, I learned Smash in the same exact way and environment that VoiD did. And I feel like people, like newer people to Smash, would never know that me and VoiD are basically the same. Like, like I play Smash to go for the crazy clips, the cool combos. Like, that's like at my heart. Like, that's why I love Smash. I think that's the beauty of it.
Yes, that's. I mean, you can tell from the way I play.
Yeah,
that you can tell from the way I play, the shit I lab.
Yeah,
like I just want crazy shit to happen.
Exactly, and like, but they're like but it's also like, you know, a part of me was like, all right, like I gotta accept that this isn't the only aspect to the Smash, like
exactly. So
I just like try to appreciate and learn every aspect of it, because I think a common thing with a lot of players, we talked about this before with like play styles, like a lot of people think like, all right, I play this way and I just can't play this way, or I can't play this matchup. It's like, why do you have to like accept that? It doesn't have to be that way.
I was streaming League yesterday, and somebody was like, bro, like I always tilt, blah blah blah, and I was like, what do you mean, like what I was like, I was trying to like literally be this guy's League therapist. I was like, yeah, bro, like why do you tilt? Like what's going on? Like, is it because you're losing? Is it because your team, blah blah blah? And he's like, yeah, you know, like I just feel like I have to carry. And I was like, why do you feel like you have to carry? And he's like, because I don't know how to play when I'm like from behind, or like he's like, I can't play when I'm behind. And I was like, no, let's go back.
Yeah,
you just don't know how to do it. Like, it's not a matter of you can and can't do this. You just have no idea what you're doing. and the way you're doing it is just incorrect. And there's ways to learn these things. Like that's dude, you can learning games is so fun. Like like even learning camping, as much as I hate it, I'm like, there's a time where I'll just face a player and I'm like, wow, I'm literally just outplaying you in neutral over and over. Great example, as I'm sure Gavin can understand. Fucking when I'm fighting like Geef or Abigail in Street Fighter, like I'm not trying to run at them. Like I'm trying to literally take my time, control space, see what I can get. I'm not trying to do cool shit. Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you just want to shut on them and you understand who they are. But you got to be able to play both sides of the coin, and like there's beauty to both sides.
Exactly.
Ooh, Sonic. Ooh, Rob. Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, like, and we all have been through that process, or I'm still going through that process with a bunch of other stuff. Like it's all like a learning process, and I think one of the biggest things is accepting that just because you think you are this way doesn't mean you can't learn something else. Like,
oh, dude, one crazy thing. You guys remember how I didn't play any other characters in Smash 4? Like at all?
Yep.
Did you guys know my Fox has won one PGR game in the history of Smash 4?
Yeah.
One.
WoD, right?
No. What this was? I beat WoD before WoD popped off. It was
okay,
ESAM.
okay.
It was ESAM.
What?
ESAM?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I didn't like Sheik versus Pikachu on Battlefield, so I started learning Fox to fight Pikachu on Battlefield. Yeah. And
Fox
like,
nice.
Yeah.
Voice
and then now
nice.
against Sue, no, I lost that game. Anyway, in this game, I always thought because even with League, I primarily played one champion for years, literally years. I played Elise from like 2013 to like 20 last year, maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Smash, I played Sheik 2014 to the end of the game. Brawl, I played Marth. My secondaries weren't really that hot. Melee, I played Marth. Don't have secondaries. But like in this game, I feel like I finally got to a point in this game where I feel very comfortable playing a lot of characters at like a really high level. And I feel like finally hitting that point has helped me even in League. In League, I play like as much medic champs as I can. Valorant, I'll play like different characters, even though I like barely know what I'm doing. And I'm like, dude, I feel like I can do this because I finally broke through that barrier.
Yeah.
You know? And it always felt like I can't do this. Like I'm a one trick and I master the one trick and I can kind of barely branch out of it. Like that one Fox win, that was like the little piece of food when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And it's just slowly worked up from there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was what you needed to actually, you know, convince yourself to branch out.
Yeah, right?
But I'm proud of you because I remember like, you know, VoiD saying like, I have to do everything. Like I can't camp. Like I have to be aggressive. Like, you know what I mean? Like I remember that. Like, so like that, I'm super proud. But yeah, the funny thing you mentioned with Street Fighter is whenever I run, because I'm not like a super like high rank on Street Fighter. Like super platinum around there. But like even when I was like still ranking up to there, like every time I ran into like Geef, I'd be like, I am ready for this match. Like I was born to fight this character. Timeout after timeout after timeout every single round, and like they just slowly break down. Like, screw it, dude. I'm not dealing with this.
And I know a lot of people want to talk about mentality, and I think we're kind of already talking about it. Like it's like when you're competing, I feel like one of the biggest crutches that so many people have is like they are playing for results primarily. Like obviously you always play for results, right? You always want to, like, results are one of the few things that are like black and white, because everything else in a fighting game is kind of in that gray area. There's so much gray area, right? But like the only black and white thing is like, boom, this dude won this tournament. I placed 7th at this tournament. Last week at my local, I placed 9th. I am improving. Like that's like so much people think like that, and that is bad. Result based.
Remember that one MSM where you're like, yo, how did this guy get top 8? And you showed me the bracket, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, who are these people? Not saying like they're not prominent, but like me, I was like, I just don't know who these people are. And like I looked at one of the other bracket paths, and it's like hitter after hitter after hitter after hitter. And I'm like, bro, clear like this guy's bracket path phenomenally harder than the other guys. And like the result just doesn't tell that story, you know?
Right.
Like the result alone isn't like the only metric, but it is the easiest. It is the easiest.
Yeah. I think that's
like not enough. Oh, go ahead.
That's a big thing with mindset in general. I think when you're not focused enough or when you don't have the mentality, it's so much easier to look at the easy stuff, like we're saying, like results, or like I like to call them like easy emotions, like just getting super pissed, like just getting super angry and just rolling with it. Like it's really difficult to stay disciplined and stay focused and like focus on like the true progression rather than just look at this result, like blah blah blah. But yeah, what were you saying, Charles?
Yeah, it's just like I don't feel like I hear enough people like talk about like, oh man, I really like I put a lot of time into like studying my own gameplay, right? I asked other people's opinions about specific parts of my gameplay. I kind of pinpointed like I am weak at X and I should work on X, right? And then I go to this tournament, you know, I might not have gotten a higher placing, but I feel like I feel more comfortable in these situations that I didn't really feel as comfortable, right? Does that mean like but you got a shittier result? So like did you improve, right? And like my answer to that would be yes, because not a lot of people realize like it's not like everyone you go like it's not like we live in a world where everyone's an NPC and then we go to a tournament and they stay at the same level, right? And then like you play them and it's like, oh, I couldn't beat that guy before, but now I'm better than him, haha, and like now I always beat this guy. Like does not work like that. When you're everyone else, they're not NPCs, they're just like you, and everyone's improving at the same time. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make your improvement rate faster than their improvement rate. Because even if they're better than you now, if your improvement rate is higher, you will eventually become like better than them, so to speak, right? Or maybe be able to take sets from them or whatnot, right? So it's like it's trying to break down like how fast can I improve? And there's so much things that like lock people down from that. So I don't know. I think one thing is like tunneling on results. That's like probably the biggest thing that will like hold someone back from like oh, am I improving or am I not? Like you need to look into like your gameplay and you need to like study your gameplay, study other people's gameplay, and like actually have an opinion for yourself about your gameplay and other people's gameplay and get other people's opinions. And it's just a lot of studying and it's a lot of grinding.
I feel like it's easy to miss so many crucial and important things, like if you're so focused on like you know, the results. Like you said, like what if they like placed lower but they felt like they improved in a specific area? Like I'm sure a lot of people would think they got worse and they will never notice the thing that they like subconsciously like learned, and they'll never give them a chance to actually learn and improve if they think like I'm only truly improving if my placement is higher than before.
Oh, I actually have a good story for this, which is pretty funny. I think I was playing against Charlie, and I didn't bring it up, but this is in bracket, so it's a little different. I was playing against Charlie, and I was like, bro, like, I think game 1, I think this was do you guys know the MSM where I went Joker? Like, the whole time?
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. At MSM, I went Joker. I think I lost to Nico in Grands. I footstooled him like 5 times. Everybody popped off. Anyway. I think he just shit on me game 1. Like, destroyed me game 1. And I was like, bro? Like, is this it? Is this the extent of my Joker? And you know, I think even like the placement with whatever. This is kind of where I said mobility characters don't have to really play out of shield. I was like, bro, Charlie keeps like doing landing aerials either on shield or like just hitting me, and you know, it's kind of ruining my whole game plan. Like it's super destroying me. You guys know how good Wolf is when he hits a landing aerial, right? So
sure do.
I was like,
that's good.
Yeah, I was like, well, it got to a point where even just like adapting on the fly is a skill that's really important. But with my Joker itself, I went there to learn. I went there to gain experience. And I was like, here is a giant wall in front of me. How do I get past this wall? And I mean, it sounds pretty simple now that I'm saying it out loud, right? You guys are just like, well, just stop getting hit by falling aerials, right?
Yeah.
So when I finally came to, I was like, okay, like no matter what, like let me just not get hit by falling aerials. Let me just make sure if he's trying to line with an aerial, I'm either out of range and I can punish, or I'm out of range and I can't punish. And let's just keep repeating that situation and let's see what I can do off of it. And I honestly, like, I don't even remember anything from the grands that I brought up. I don't remember anything else from like the rest of the tournament. But I feel like getting past that wall in that set in that moment was much bigger of a victory than anything else I got that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something that's really, really crazy, is because I know a lot of players feel like they want to outplay the opponent, right? So like you see in that situation, you're like, okay, he keeps doing falling aerials. Like, what does Joker have that really deals with that? Up smash, because up air is going to trade, right? You're not doing up smash every time he jumps, so you got to figure out some new way around it. And I feel like a lot of players will that wall, they're just gonna. Ooh, hey Termy. That wall, they're just going to beat their head into that wall over and over again, and then they'll just be like, I can't do this. And like you have to be able to tell yourself, well, there has to be another way around it. Like, what is it? Try to figure out what it is, because you will stunt your growth trying to play that one specific way because you feel like you have to. You don't have to do anything.
You don't have to slam your head into it, like you're saying. Like, you really don't. That's VoiD's experience he's talking about. Has like been a really similar experience I've been having with the same matchup, just different character, with Wolf. Like, I find myself trading a lot. I found myself like he's low profiling or yada yada, and like it takes a lot of experience. Sometimes it does take yourself ramming your head into the wall over and over until you realize, all right, I've tried it enough times, there's no way it's gonna work anytime soon. To really like look towards any other solution, right? It doesn't have to be like we were talking about with out of shield. Like, you don't have to punish everything that touches your shield. Like, you really don't. Sometimes you don't even have to shield it at all. Like like VoiD was saying, like he's like, all right, this time I'm just gonna stand a little bit away, try to whiff punish, blah blah blah. And that's been like something I've been working on with Diddy versus Wolf, because I'm just not used to someone. It's kind of like if I was playing Pikachu and I'm like, he's low profiling more than me. Like, I'm supposed to be the one that's low profiling all the time. So it's been something I've been working on towards as well. Like just avoiding getting hit in general, or avoiding the situation entirely. That's just something I've been working on with Ultimate, period. Like, so many of these, like I said, I heavily dislike guessing a bunch, all that stuff. So I just avoid it entirely and see what I can work with from there. So
I feel like so much
Holy
people
shit.
try to, and like I find myself doing this too, where like someone does something like 2 times in a row, right? They hit you for it, and you're like, all right, motherfucker, you want to do I am going to fucking hit you for that. I am going to call your ass out, and like I'm going to fuck you up. And like you're trying to like, that's like, you're frustrated that you got hit by something twice in a row, right? So you are going to be like, well, I'm going to show you can't do that to me. And I'm going to do like, I'm going to full hop nair you, and like I'm going to call your ass out, right? Like that I feel like is bad. It's really bad. Because
it's like we said with sorry to interrupt, but it's like we said, like with the idea of like what Smash is supposed to be, and it's like with VoiD said, like it feels like a personal attack on our on our character. Like, what do you mean you did that to me twice in a row? Like, I'll show you. Like, I'm gonna fucking hit you.
But it's like, there so much people think like, oh, you did this, right? So I'm gonna do this because that straight up beats it. Now, does full hop nair beat like someone trying to set up a full hop like landing aerial on you? For the most part, yes, you're gonna like beat them to the punch, right? But like, just because you know that doesn't mean you have to do it. Like you can just be like, oh hey, I can, like, there's so many other ways to deal with situations. I feel like so much people, when they're theory crafting like answers, they just go for like the black and white option, right? Where it's just like, oh, like I know what beats that. This beats that specifically if I do that right when they do this, right? But it's like, instead of trying to like force it or like view it so black and white, just be like, what if I dash back? Like what if I make the situation different? And even like Gavin explained it really well one time when he was explaining something where he was like, man, I was fighting I was fighting this character, and they're really hard to ledge trap. They'll do something, they'll do this, and I couldn't really like deal with that, or it's like very risky for me to deal with that, right? Like you'd have to just hard call it out, but like you want to try to find consistencies in the inconsistencies, right? Like in any like competitive game or anything like that. Or like you want to try and get consistent play. So it's like what Gavin started doing and like what he explained was like, oh, okay, well, if they're going to do that, usually they do this after they do that, right? So like now you're playing to the next situation after that, right? So it's like Gavin's not trying to force himself to like have a hard answer to this one thing that's making him not ledge trap, which is one of his biggest strengths. Instead, he's taking it to the next situation after that, positioning himself. And it's like, okay, I'm going to position here, and if he does that one thing that he likes to do after that, I will be ready for a reactionary punish, right? So it's like that kind of like thought process and breakdown is very different than like, oh, he's doing like ledge drop this, like, oh, it's Samus is doing ledge drop fair, like I'm just gonna like down smash right when they ledge drop, so I like hit them for it, or some like risky thing like that, right? Like you can always play for the situation after, or the situations after. You don't always have to like beat them out right then and there. And I think that like general thought process is what a lot of low to mid level players do. They just try to be like, well, they do X, so I do Y because Y beats X. Like that's not how it always works. Like it will work in certain situations. You do have to do that sometimes, but like it's so much people think like it's that simple and it's that easy, but it's not. It's way deeper than that. And there's way more to play after that.
This actually relates to exactly what you were saying with like you were saying like I couldn't deal with that option, so I'd work towards dealing with the next option. And it's like that comes through that like that thought process came through me ramming head on and trying to deal with that option and just like taking it as an attack on my character. It's like I'm supposed to be so good at ledge trapping. Why can't I ledge trap right now? And like, you know, it sometimes just taking a step back and just like it's kind of like looking through like another perspective. It's like like it's like you're not even the one playing the game sometimes. It's like, all right, how about instead of just running head on into it and trying to hit them, why don't I just step back and just watch? Like it's sometimes it feels as if it's someone else playing the game for you, and like you get to actually look through a different lens, and you lead to solutions like that. Like, okay, let me see what they do afterwards, or you know, it really helps with I don't know, it helps looking at things in a different way.
Okay, wait, 3 things. 1, Charles, did you make coffee?
I think there should be coffee downstairs.
Okay, cool. 2, this is why I literally ask anybody for advice. I ask Twitch chat for advice.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm at a point where I can filter out like good advice or bad advice. But like if I see something and I'm like, well, maybe I can try it because clearly I don't have any answers right now. And that's, you know, like I just want to try to find something that I can do because I've kind of exhausted my personal resources. Right. And then 3, this is very, very serious question. All right. Have you guys ever gotten, you know, the situations that you just have trouble dealing with? Have you guys ever gotten hit on purpose?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of my secret strategies.
Yeah. I just deal with the situation after. Yeah, I can't.
No. Like I have the answer to the situation, like the hardest punish, but the opponent's not at kill percent yet. So I literally force the situation and I just lose on purpose. So that way they feel comfortable doing it again, and then I kill them for it.
Yeah, that's like the next level to like a strategy I use very often.
I'm like, dude,
that's some top level conditioning.
Very sneaky, very sneaky.
I want you to feel comfortable. So I can steal your bed.
Right. And as long as you don't die, like as for the punish, you know what I mean? Like as long as you're not like in threat of dying, like it's a very good play.
Exactly, yeah. That's one thing I think kind of off topic, but I think people are really bad at macro in Smash. I think people suck at positioning, like terrible at it.
Yes.
This is a reason why I have lived to 200% multiple times as Pichu, and everybody's like, "Wow, 200% is Pichu. What are you doing?" And it's like, bro, like if I, you have to understand like the threat ranges of the moves that are going to kill you, and where on the stage is this most prevalent. If I'm always in advantage state, like I'm just not going to be at threat of dying, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you just have to be able to force those situations and understand it. And I feel like this is another thing where people are like, bro, this character kills me all the time, like super early. I'm like, bro, you just you're letting them kill you early. If you get hit by this move, like instead of over here, you just get hit over here, you're good. Or if instead of getting hit that way, you get hit that way, you're good. Like people be like rolling to the ledge and being like, dude, why do I keep dying at 100? Oh my god, this matchup's so lame. And I'm like, bro, you're letting me kill you. Like this is your fault.
I think that's like a lot of the time the people will like kind of throw away stocks just because they're just forcing their way in and they're going for like what would get them the game, or they're going for like what would get them the big cool combo they always go for. So they're not gauging the risk reward. We've talked about this a bunch on the podcast, like gauging risk reward, and like instead of just forcing your way in and just hoping they guess wrong or yada yada. Like it's definitely something that a lot of people ignore. It's kind of as if they're just playing their character and that's all they see. They know what they're capable of. They're not considering the stocks or their own percent. They're just like, you know what? If I did this right now, they would die if they got hit by it, instead of like considering the big picture, you know?
Which is pretty interesting, and I know a lot of people say this very, very often, and I don't really find the analogies too often, but I've been learning chess, and I am fucking garbage. I am awful at the game. Because and it's fun because I get to be the low level player again. So I'll be like, okay, I move here. If they move here, I win, right? But they don't have to move there.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in Smash. Like you're like, I'm gonna force this trade. They're gonna do it. And then they like outposition me, and I'm like, oh snap, I done messed up. I thought I was winning and now I'm losing.
Yeah.
That's Smash, bro. Like they don't have to choose the option that you think that they're gonna choose.
Yeah.
You just position yourself for if they decide to choose the option.
I think that's like a lot of people go into like a situation like let's say like someone like goes in for an attack or a jump, and they have that in mind, like you said, like instead of like playing like more reactionary, because there's so many variables and possibilities to every single interaction. So it's like, be careful, like this doesn't have to happen. Like I'm gonna jump at them.
Not as white as you think it is.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna jump at them and I'm gonna do my landing air, like I'm gonna do a forward air or something, and it's like they just, before they even jump, that's the idea they have in their head, right? And it's like a bunch of stuff is probably gonna happen before you even press this button. So please watch, like please be careful. Like definitely something I think it kind of sounds like a traditional fighting game in a sense, with the jump example specifically. It's like you go for that jump in and it's like you're risking everything right now, because a lot of characters it's pretty like black and white there, right? So with Smash, it's not exactly the same. There's so many things that can happen like before and after. So
right, and even when I explain commitment, like committing into somebody, when I'm like trying to really break it down to like lower or mid-level players, where it's just like, okay, now when lower level players think like I commit into someone with a dash grab, right? Like they think it's an RPS, just a rock paper scissors. Like, that's what they think, right? Okay, so but now let's like literally break this down. Okay, so like you go in and like you're one dash distance away from somebody, right? You decide I'm gonna dash grab. Now is that an RPS? Now even let's just say it is, because there's obviously other options, right? Like let's just say like let's just get rid of roll, get rid of jump. Like let's just pretend they can only attack, shield, and spot though. Let's just pretend it. Let's just pretend. Okay, it's still not an RPS, because as you are dashing there, you need to hard read where you're going to force the RPS. They can, right? Like dash back, right? They can literally reposition themselves. So it's like you need to not only win the rock paper scissors in like just on the engagement, you need to read where the engagement is going to occur. So you got to win 2 like back-to-back RPSs like on top of each other. Now and it's not even an RPS, it's more complex than that. There's more options than that, right? So it's like when you go for a dash grab, do you really understand how hard you are reading somebody's soul off of just a dash grab? Because everyone thinks a hard read is like, holy crap, dude, he fucking read his roll and he up smashed him or whatever. Like everyone like associates a hard read with like a hard punish, right? But really think about it. When you go for a dash grab and like how laggy a dash grab is, right? Like there should have been some kind of conditioning behind it. There has to be way more, because it's like how big of a guess that is crazy huge. It is huge how big of a guess that is. Even like a dash tag, like I said, is when you are going for that commitment, not only are you getting like the hit or the grab or whatever, like you're winning the engagement, you also have to read where it's going to happen. And I was just talking about you were 1 dash distance away. Now think about 2 dash distance. Now there's other positions where it could happen, right? Like, and right, like two dash distance. Oh my god, the possibilities become endless, right? So it's like it's when I'm like critiquing somebody and I just see like commitment after commitment, like within like a 10-second span, like I see like 3 dash attacks or 3 dash grabs. I'm like, all right, big stop sign. Like, whoa, stop right there. Like, do you understand what you're trying to do? Like, do you understand like how much you're trying to flex on this person right now? Like how much, like, I am so much better than you. I can commit 3 times in 10 seconds and literally just shit on your soul. Like that's what you're trying to do right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's like almost disrespectful. Like, so it's like that. I feel like so much people don't understand like how much of a commitment and like how much of like a hard read just a simple like dash grab or a dash tag is. Like obviously you're still gonna do it. I'm not saying to never do it, but like some people be doing it way too often, and like that's either you don't understand neutral or like you have no faith in your neutral. And like I say this from experience. Because like when I feel like someone is way better than neutral, I start getting like that desperate feeling. You know what I mean? Where it's just like I can't actually outplay this guy. Like I gotta do some real dumb shit right now. Like that I've felt that way. You know what I mean? When someone like completely outclasses me neutral wise, I'm like, I'm not gonna out neutral this dude. I gotta do some super dumb shit to win in neutral against this guy. Like
that's why my entire playstyle is based on taking information out of every single possible thing going on, because like it leads to more consistency rather than like you said, like just all right, I'm going for this hard read right fucking now for no reason. Like
this
fucking punch, like just like that's just it helps with my sanity to like try to make sense of everything, take information, like, you know. And then but there's sometimes there's a lot of stuff where you don't even have to take the information. Like there's a few general characters and like archetypes and play styles where like you can have a general idea with enough experience of how someone's going to play just based on their character alone. So even that is information in and of itself. So like let's say this character is very commonly does this move on shield and it's this, like there's always that, right? But yeah, that's why it's definitely generally like very risky to just no information. I'm just going for this roll read.
The YOLO, dude.
Roll read up smash. So also, I don't know if you guys saw, my cats just had a full on fight.
Yeah.
Like,
what's that matchup like though?
Like,
who wins that matchup?
I feel like I feel like Tiny starts the fight or like playing.
Okay, Tiny's aggressive, okay.
And then
Tiny's aggressive.
whenever Rambi starts like playing back, she's like, "Wait, I didn't sign up for this," and then she just runs away.
Oh damn! Tiny like goes in and then like starts timing him out. Dude.
Yeah, she's like, "Wait, like stop trying to like play back. Like it's not your turn yet." That was probably the funniest thing to happen on the podcast. It was like perfect angle. Like all of you guys got to spectate that.
And Charles was having this like
super in-depth. Yeah.
Charles is going in.
We're all like, no cats fighting.
I can imagine like all of his examples. Like that was like a smash match, like right behind them. Like,
yo, Tiny committed right there.
Yeah.
Rambi just hit him with the dash back. What are you doing right
now? Come on.
Come on, Tiny. You're better than that.
Okay, I don't want to like hold the podcast up any longer. Usually we'll go on for like a million hours, but we have VoiD here today, so I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to ruin his entire day and like just keep him here forever.
Also,
but
I'm having a good time.
But maybe we'll take some questions from the chat. You guys have questions for VoiD? Oh wait, we have questions for VoiD.
You guys have questions for VoiD?
Yeah, we'll ask VoiD questions. Then you guys can ask us questions after, maybe. Uh-oh, they're going at it again.
Uh-oh.
No, round 2. That's the 5. That's the 5.
Oh, see? She's doing the thing again where she's like, wait.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Tiny got the tech chase. Where's Ramsey going?
What is she doing?
We're so into this, like, we're actually...
Oh, snap! Oh!
The dash grab.
They're always forcing RPS, man. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake.
Are you guys listening to the podcast? Come on.
All right, I got one question.
What's up?
Who does Sheik lose to?
That's a good one.
Realistically, I don't know. Like nowadays, I don't know.
Potentially, who does she lose to?
I think Wolf does well versus Sheik. What do you think? I know you've been grinding that matchup a lot.
I think I can beat almost any Wolf player in the world with Sheik.
Okay.
I don't think Sheik can do it. But the thing is, Wolf's recovery is really bad. Wolf doesn't have the frame data to contest Sheik's mobility. The out shield option is a big thing, but like I can crouch under laser, so I'm forcing Wolf to approach every time for the whole match.
Do you think it's like even or Sheik advantage?
I think at majority levels Wolf wins, but I think at like the tip top it's at least even. I don't see Wolf winning anymore.
It's like a Sheik Mario-esque thing, right?
Yeah,
kind of
where
like
it's really hard to learn the matchup, but like if you guys fought me in bracket, like a great example of like the developments in the matchup: 1, the out of shield game; 2, I've optimized down throw follow-ups, so Wolf actually ends up taking mad damage off of combos in comparison to like before. Right. 3, Sheik's double jab is not up smashable, which is a very big deal because all of Sheik's tilts are. So she can just double jab at later percents to force like neutral wins in comparison to other stuff. And then like down throw bear works for a really long time, so I'm always getting like 20% off throws at least.
Okay.
And like Wolf has the hitboxes, but it's just really hard to catch Sheik, and you're forcing Wolf to try to catch Sheik for most of the matchup. That's generally how I feel about it.
I would imagine Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's tough. That character's
really good.
That character's not okay.
I would feel like that matchup would be.
No matter what, if Sheik does good versus Pac-Man, I don't think I'm going to be the player to prove it.
That's very fair.
If I'm like the standard for Sheik, then Sheik probably lose to Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to pick Joker anyway.
Yeah, Joker does well.
That's fair. That kind of sounds like I would pick. That kind of sounds like what I would do.
Yeah, it just sounds like way easier to play Joker in the matchup. And if I think about it like that, I think Ice Climbers is very hit or miss. If you don't get the edge guards, you can't combo them. Your hit lag versus both climbers is a very big detriment. Like it's not like I'm using like a Joker. I'm just gonna backer and I get 10% per backer. Sheik, like most of my moves, like I'm not gonna succeed very much going for like 10% backers versus Ice Climbers. My backer doesn't have a good hitbox. I don't get Arsene eventually. And then pretty much like every other matchup, I feel comfortable enough to where like Sheik can pull off like a lot of matchups nowadays.
Yeah.
I actually have a very solid answer. Rosalina. I think Rosalina beats Sheik because it's way harder to deal with Luma in this game. And Rosa's new Nair is really, really good versus Sheik.
That move is crazy, dude.
Yeah, so I would have to say Rosalina is like my 100%. I think it's a losing matchup, but a lot of other matchups feel very doable.
What about Snake and Palu?
For Sheik?
Yeah, for Sheik. Yeah,
I think Sheik beats Snake, and I think Palu's a lot easier offline.
Okay.
It's hard to practice the matchup online because I can dash under Nair.
Right.
So
that's a big deal.
If I do a move and I start dashing, like Palu can't nair me, so I can whiff punish the nair like very easily. Palu's up B is not that good, so I can edge guard Palu pretty hard. She's actually very awkward combo weight. That's probably the biggest thing she has. But she doesn't really kill me as easily as other characters because I have a really good recovery. She can like kind of camp, but her projectiles aren't as good as Needles. Her frame data is not as good, but she can like play the mid range to neutral. Like if we just play at this range over and over, like it's kind of tough. But Sheik just has more benefits outside of that range than Palu.
How about like a lot of these like new matchups? Do you have any unique thoughts on any of those? I feel like she would probably do well versus a lot of them, like Sephiroth.
I think Sheik should do well, yeah.
Sheik Sephiroth it feels very similar to Sheik Cloud in 4.
Yeah.
Where it's like I can just edge guard you at early percents. One big thing again, like Needles.
Yeah.
Needles versus Sephiroth's up B. Like I can just push you back a little farther. Min it's the same exact thing. I can that's the thing with Sheik. I can edge guard a lot of these characters. Like actually,
I guess Steve is like a more unique one where like there's a lot of specifics maybe.
But how Cart interacts with like Needles and stuff like that. Like these are all things that like
Steve is. I have a mental block where if I'm hitting a character and I don't understand what they're doing,
oh my god,
I can't combo them.
Yeah.
So like Steve, Piranha Plant, I don't know what their hurt box is doing.
Yeah.
So like comboing them just feels very weird. But Steve's recovery is not that great.
No.
So it's like, oh, Steve's camping. Let me get full Needles. Let me play neutral with full Needles. Oh, let me reset. Go so on and so forth.
Whenever Steve like misses a tech, I can never like tell what's going on.
That shit is fucking
he's just all of a sudden he's just taking a nap.
Yeah, he's the same shit. He just falls to the ground.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's just upright. It's just like, okay.
That shit is so funny.
If I'm playing against a Steve and they never hit a tech, good for you. Like I'm not fucking hitting you for it. I'm not hitting you.
Personally, with a lot of Sheik's like current optimizations, I think she's like really good. And a lot of the time, if I want to be completely honest, the thing that holds Sheik back a lot is the fact that I'm playing her. But it's also what buffs Sheik. Like clearly, I mean, watch Kamame in Japan. Don't get me started. Anyway, like there's different styles of Sheik, but none of the Sheiks have the punish game that I do. Especially like down throw changes. Sheik versus Joker. If you down throw him in 0-0 and you have stage to work with, you can pop Arsene. Like true, like it's pretty nuts. And I feel like not a lot of characters have that benefit while also having Sheik's forward air and Needles and dash attack.
Sheik dash is underrated.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I feel like right now it's like you were able to get acclimated to Sheik's combo game in Ultimate, and like on top of that, you were playing other characters, right? Then Sheik kind of got buffed, and you were kind of like, kind of committed, but kind of not. But like, I think you're still just getting acclimated to like the neutral, like the ultimate scramble situations. Like what are like the Sheik options, right? Like there's so many, like it's just so different from the other games. Like how does she camp? How does she interact with all these new meta characters, right? Because like even like Sheik interacting with like Bayo, Cloud, Diddy, right? These are all like characters, Fox. These are like characters from Smash 4. It's like it's very still familiar. You gotta throw in the ultimate sauce, but like you generally like understand how they interact with like their moves at least, right?
Yeah.
And like kind of trying to figure out like all these newer characters that are meta now, it's just very different. And especially since you didn't like go Sheik off the rip because, you know, obviously she wasn't that great until the buffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's hard too, right? Because it's like accelerating characters like Sheik, you can definitely accelerate the meta in an offline environment. You know what I mean? Like faster, at least, in my opinion. But obviously, you can still learn a lot and still accelerate the meta in an online environment, but definitely way quicker on an offline environment.
Like one of the crazier stuff that happened more since quarantine is raindrops. Raindrops are nuts. The fact that on platform stages you can do tipper down tilt, up air up smash at 80. Like it's a very good kill confirm to go for. And down tilt is minus 16. Don't get me wrong, but she's on the ground. It's really hard for a lot of characters to hit her out of shield. So if you take into account, like if you're trying to hit her with a grounded move, you are 5 frames positive because of drop shield. I think that's really good. F tilt also, you can just space it. Not a lot of characters have really good like forward facing out of shield options, which is kind of interesting in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Sheik generally, like again, it's the same story as last game where her biggest con is her weight, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Raid Sheik though.
Raid Sheik in this game is ridiculous. It's actually insane. Like I combo people to like 40 or 50 off 0 like for free, and I'm like, dude, these combos are so much easier. Like just because Rage exists, like it's insane. Like F-tilt Nair loops are nuts. I barely even do F-tilt up air drag down anymore, and I didn't do it because I felt like out DI kind of killed it. But now that I labbed on Nintendo software, I found out that there's not always that much counterplay to it, so you can just F-tilt up air people for a really long time. There's a lot that she has. She's just difficult.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, that's the barrier. Cool. I don't have to deal with rage. Awesome.
Yeah.
Would you triggers me? Oh, good.
Would you like? But okay, well, never mind. I already know the answer to this, but I'm sure the majority of people don't know the answer to this. But you wouldn't recommend people picking her up for tournaments, right?
Oh, absolutely not. Don't play this character.
Yeah.
Until I've kind of understood like the simple shit. Like I don't think Sheik is simple, so you shouldn't pick her up. But there's enough simple things to do with Sheik to make her solid. I just don't think people. I don't think people listen. The resources are out there. I've done like 2 or 3 different Sheik guys where I'm like, just do this, just do this. If you suck, do this, do that, stuff like that. And I think Sheik is at that point, but Sheik players are not at that point. They're still trying to do like the cool stuff, or they don't fully understand the combo game. Like Sheiks will still go for F tilt like pre-20 or like pre-17, and I'm like, no, stop, don't do that. F tilt sucks pre-17. Like it's literally like garbage. Like please stop. Or like they're trying to get F throw bouncy fish. They do like down throw fair at 50. And I'm like, just do down throw bear. You get 18 damage for free. It's super duper easy. You just press down and then you bar bear. Come on. But I do think in comparison to like the general cache, she is harder to learn, so I wouldn't recommend it.
I hate how unspaced fair you can spot. Like that's probably one of the most irritating things, because it's like in Smash 4, she hits me with an unspaced fair, I am grabbing you, I'm up smashing you, I get to do whatever I want. In this game, she does unspaced fair, spot dodge or full hop, and you're just like,
yes. That's probably one of the more broken things about Sheik in this game. She has a really good full hop. So like if I do I've been getting really good with my fairs too lately. If I do close to the ground fair and I full hop, I'm above you before your grab comes out. Like I'm like almost at the apex of my jump before your grab comes out, because my fair is -2. -2, by the way. I can literally like dash back. I can do whatever I want. I could taunt probably. Anyway,
type shield.
After the full hop, if I see the grab, you're just dead. Like you're just dead. Oh, you grabbed, nair, fast fall, bounce, like it's over. Or like full hop. Oh, and the thing is, she doesn't even have to full hop. She doesn't even have to full hop. It's nuts.
So good.
Shit. I fucking hate Sheik.
I hate when you do that fucking fair and then you just do needles. What? You just do jump needles.
Fair jump needles. Yep.
What
in this game? One thing I've been practicing a lot. Sheik's nair causes tech chases at like 90, and Sheik's forward smash is really good. So you just set up Fox situations. I've been doing that a lot lately. You just nair at 90, and I was like, okay, did you miss tech in, or tech like towards the ledge? All right, I'm gonna kill you. And then did you tech in, and I didn't decide to like go for the forward smash read, dash forward like needles backwards up smash. And it's like, all right, cool. I have options to cover every option. Like this is very important. This is very like signs of a good character. Yes, Pink. Yes.
Someone asked about Diddy vs Sheik. I feel like whenever I play it, I always get the thought where like, I wish I could play this offline. Like that's one of those matchups where like
it's a tough matchup.
Yeah. Sure. But usually every time I play against Sheik in like Smash 4 Ultimate, like edge guarding is always out of the equation most of the time, like because she does a good recovery. But I have like a nice part about Diddy is like Z drop banana dare is actually really good versus her if she has to recover from far enough. Other than that, like I don't have many specifics. It's one of those matchups where everything is happening so fast that like I really wish I had the perfect settings to play.
There's a lot to like there's a lot to take in at every moment.
Yeah, from like both sides.
Yeah,
so like
you have banana in hand and shoot 4 needles. How far away are you landing? Are you landing where she can dash attack you, or are you landing where you can monkey flip?
Yeah, so like other than like it's cool that I can edgeguard Sheik for once, that's about all I can say.
There's one interesting thing. You know, Sheik can up B horizontally and not get 2-frame.
Yeah, there's some characters that do this. There's some characters that do this weird recoveries where I've like had very inconsistencies with like getting Z drop there. Whenever I play versus Roy, for some reason, even at the very simple angles, I don't know what it is. The banana just doesn't hit him, and he grabs the ledge. I don't know if he just.
He's our boy.
I don't know if he's just inside the fucking stage. Like he's like, I don't know what's going on. Right. But yeah, like at least there's some instances where I can kill Sheik and I don't have to like deal with her for like 7 minutes. But other than that, I don't know.
Because Palu can like do a upward like an angle where she like starts upward and comes down right, and you get like
going diagonal is good, but diagonal you don't have as much horizontal.
Right, and there's like
people can try to like anti-air you.
Yeah,
it's really easy not to fuck up, if I want to be honest. But the horizontal one is definitely like the kicker, because you get max distance away from the ledge. You have like a good amount of mix-ups from here because you can still go up. Like if you have your double jump, you can still go up. You can still go low. Sheik also has fish.
Yeah,
it's a very, very underrated thing. Like having bouncing fish to just get out of corners or get out of, I mean, just in general, it's just nuts.
Yeah, I think like in terms of edge guarding her, if like you need to put her off stage far enough to have a shot. Like, okay. If it's not far enough, that's like a classic thing with really good recoveries, right? Like you have to get them to a high enough percent and actually send them at a decent enough angle to where they have to waste enough resources for you to time everything. But like,
Gavin, so I don't know how much post-patch Sheik you fought, but you know how Sheik, like you send her far enough off stage, right? And like she's just gonna get full needles because she's and she's recovering. You get needles to up smash from the ledge.
Oh yeah,
somebody ledge trapping you.
It's ridiculous.
One of the best reversals in the game.
It's corny.
And needles can be safe enough to not be shield grabbed.
Yeah,
dude.
That's so good. Yeah, that's really good.
It's funny. Like every time like I like talk about Sheik with like anyone, like there's always this thought like wouldn't Sheik be the type of character that I would play? Like listen to this. Like but for some reason I fucking hate her. Like fighting her. I actually think she's really fun in Ultimate though. I actually like her a lot more than 4.
Nice. I think Sheik and ult is a lot more fun than Sheik and 4.
Yeah,
it's the more diverse. Like the combo pass. Like
you're just not like
cooler shit.
You're just not like, oh, herder forward throw bouncing fish.
Yeah.
Right.
I really.
There was like perfect pivot combos in 4.
Oh, you're at 50. Forward throw bouncing fish.
All right, now I'm gonna do something different. Just kidding. It's air dodge read bouncing fish.
Yeah.
But I really, in general, I really like the ultimate thing with like the charge moves, like jumping out of them. That shit is so fun. It's so fun with every character. With Sheik specifically, it's a blast, dude.
I'm a fan, but like I'm not, because in Smash 4 with Sheik, you have to do the air dodge cancel into special out of needles, and you can do that if you don't have a double jump. But in this game, like I won't have a double jump, and I'll start charging needles, and I'm just like, I'm dead.
Shit.
I got mixed by the previous Smash game, son of a bitch.
Yeah, there's always like this weird like you could go like months without having any of your Smash 4 habits, and then there'll be this weird one time like we're like 2 years in the Ultimate, right? There'll be this weird one time where you like fuck up your muscle memory and you're like, wait, wrong game, shit.
Yep.
Especially if it's a character you don't normally play, but like you know what they did before, and it's right. Can they still do this? And like you press it, like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Whoopsie, wrong game. That shit's mad funny.
Yeah.
Termy's going in.
But yeah, it's so funny, like seeing like characters like Diddy and Sheik are like they're just like back and like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just
they were
like
gone for like so long.
The Buzz is playing Rosa again. Kirihara doing stuff with Rosa.
Yeah, it's like
dang, dude, when the Buzz was trying to tell me that Rosa sucks, dude, that's another person. I can't listen to any of the Buzz's opinions. Like any of them, bro. He's like, Rosa's trash. And he's like, I remember at Thunder, he's like, eventually VoiD will realize that Sheik is trash too, just like Rosalina. And I was like, okay, first off, you're just capping about Rosa. Like clearly Rosa's you're doing shit with Rosa. Like shut up. Second, like I don't care about the Sheik thing. But then he's like, bro, Olimar is mid-tier. Olimar wins Evo Japan. None of the top players are there, so he's mid-tier. Shut the fuck up, Buzz. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't take those opinions seriously.
It's just so weird. It's like they're just all back. Like,
yeah.
All of a sudden, it's the same game again. Like, what the fuck happened?
Except minus Bayo and Cloud, or kind of Cloud. Definitely no Bayo.
Yeah, except Bayo. Bayo's the only one we cannot justify.
Bayo's the only one that wasn't invited to the party.
Yeah.
She has to.
Dude, I think Sonic is so fucking amazing.
Sonic's good.
Sonic is so good.
Yeah.
I think Sonic's nuts.
Sonic was at the party the whole time, but everyone just didn't know.
Yeah, they just forgot about him.
They just forgot about him.
I don't think we forgot about him. I don't think we forgot about
him. I think we purposely forgot about him.
Yeah.
It's like, you know when you're like in a friend group and like somebody's kind of there, but like they're not in the circle?
Right, right. That was Sonic, definitely. It's like,
you have to like speak loud enough so like you can hear the shit you're like trying to like say to him. Like, yeah, you're actually really bad in this game. Like, you're like no one should use you. Like that's how bad
no one
you are.
Should play you. You can't spin dash shield.
And then all of a sudden, like,
you can't play neutral.
Here he is.
Yeah. Like I said, I always say this. It took a couple years for the Sonic players to figure out how to do something other than spin dash. Took them a little while, but they got it. They got it.
Round of applause.
They did it. I mean, to be fair, Ken was doing it. Like since the beginning.
Yeah.
Ken was fucking people up with Sonic, and it's just like people. I remember since like the beginning, I was like, dude, Sonic is good. And people were like, dude, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. I'm like,
I remember Larry playing Sonic.
Definitely not bad.
When the game released, I remember Larry playing Sonic in friendlies. I'm like, bro, what do I do about homing attack?
Dude.
Yep.
That was the start.
That's a nice move.
That move trivializes matchups. Bro, I see Youngling versus Sonic.
Oh my god.
They're like trying to recover, double jumps. Yeah! Sonic. Yeah.
Yeah,
bro, that's not fair. You're just pressing B. Why am I?
What are you talking about? Perfectly spaced, perfectly timed homing attack.
You're not wrong.
My biggest fear when I'm playing Diddy and like I do this thing where I like pull banana like in the blast zone just to have it for when I grab the ledge.
Yeah.
My biggest fear when I'm doing that against Sonic, I'm like, if he starts charging spin that homing attack right now, I'm fucking dead. And if I'm not, it's gonna do like fucking 20 something damage because he has so much time to just charge it.
Yeah.
And when they don't do it, I'm like, okay, phew, I have banana and I'm good. But if they do it, I'm like, I'm dead. I like, because Diddy can stall in a lot of matchups off stage, but there's a couple where like it's not free. And Sonic is actually one of them.
Yeah, Sonic is crazy. It's like, it's even offline. I feel like so much people think that he's like only good on Wi-Fi.
Oh no,
it's like the biggest like misconception. I'm like, dude, you guys, this character's just good.
Yeah, they're still doing the thing we were doing at the release of the game, where it's like, don't play this character. He's not good. He's not good offline, guys. Don't worry. Like, don't use him. But we just accepted it now. Like, fuck it.